Tuesday and I benada bosome aye May ne de toso aye ensia ene ne ewa fe 2025 mu abusia atena se akokansie ho nsem ne de ba efrisa mre ya akopem se no nkono ebebo no ensema hodo ya boabo na oman mu na afa ma no ne ye bebo ache tumi ede amount ohwe oman de anonsia ba pa sima no eduonu FKK de akwa ma no ne yekohwe ho nsem ne eye UEFA Champions League night semi-finals and ne second leg no baso ye shase na San Siro wo Italy and ye shase International Milan and then you hosti FC Barcelona. So kai first leg no how interesting na yeah 3-3 e piemu wo Spain and wo Italy no we go Rubiani enti Barca sha one na 4-3 woko. So 1-1 na 4-4 your extra time. We go Rubiani we be share more goals no and na we qualify. Yenim se Barca so the goals there. Wo mu nim hye. Inter so chair last week say goals no wo mu nim hye. Enti na no why na hye goals ni bi aka ho qualify. Why na hye goals ni bi aka ho a qualify. Barca kono omudi the old man Robert Lewandowski eka ho koi. Say last week na ne ho emfa no na onya fit weekend cross no onya fit bom ni nakọ say na to de adin a ebi a na agya atumi agina mu ayadwuma no e de ama Barcelona Barca akodru oma training enra ene game no e ba so Lautaro Martinez El Capitano obetina bo game bi ama Inter Milan na so out of the game. All this and many more from the UEFA Champions League deba. Your boy referee Simon Maziniak din do dey World Cup final no. Your boy ni dem say oh referee di almost Real Madrid referee. Ti Barca for ni be referee Madrid referee and na day. One one e be an experienced referee, a top-notch referee. And a game no obe handle. When they qualify Barca and Inter Milan game ni be we say. Mamina our message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Now Enra Trent Alexander-Arnold Liverpool akoda yi after 20 solid years. I won a boyhood club Liverpool. Wabetna say akasa kasa ni mu ne say ye season na on to aso biem ye Arnold Van Dijk ajatum so betna Salah say wotna Arnold nko ase da on tena yenya ni baby a okọ White Angels atwa akra ikwa free the contract na wu summer ya okọ free and all the announcement na ba is obi at ne ho ase Arnold it's leaving Liverpool amafo sha say she ni Jesus ni ade e won sem no ye de ni nyina e de beba any other interesting stories FKK aboabo no wo de beto dwa de ma ye wi a e beba fie. On the first segment of the show ye remo the Access Bank Division 1 League no mu na Division 1 League no ye baba begina zone 2 ye gina zone 2 hano mo a na ye rem well mina some years back and erade de ni so de ho kese pa de to panyi kese ne din ade Dr. Papa Kwasindum na koma so say on a football club papa nya ni so de ho kese pa no nti want football club ne keke oya na adwin say obepeja a big facility to standard na no kro ya bo wafu a fox foi wafu tournament a hosti na mini Cape Costa me ba Cape Costa we also Dr. Papa Kwasindum Sports Complex what team member team no na nya no nko a the ma team kan ho nem no kasai teams ni me no nyina yie en ebe ya reho sene nei fofia ntwata na pole wo ne ba ye nti ye nyina hu owura igna shot bafo awua sika o de be share team mu na team no wagu team no sa na be si well mina ye na well mina any Cape Coast Central region we all saw owura Papa Kwasindum impact on the team see at the Bray region no impact on the team the people of Elmina and the Sharks are on the verge of going to relegation with 4 games to go. This issue Papa Kwesindum no so as a person, no, so we are going to talk about him this morning. And this why we in football, no. There are so many ways to bet me football, no. You be any ye. Ebe ya pa. Say Sharks team no ba bet tia go form. E man dimpo dia omo kɔ form because ya ball man league we no. O man kɔ baby division 1 league no. O man kɔ baby ya. So Christ ladies, omo wo haye ma. Haye na esiam. Womo and to be qualified from your zone on the middle league, you know. Enti man team of me and it's what they who can see your opinion, the man, the region, the town, the people of Elmina, no. At the end of your tonsium. What is the way forward? I know some man from Ben, Dr. Papa Sinduma listening this morning. What is the way forward? Elmina Sharks. Firstly, Tiniba Bestiwanoma to play in the Division 2 league. Even Division 1 in Pokrano, now we were praying, say, you bet Pierre for Division 1 about the Premier League. Sika somewhere dene. What is the way forward? Dear the Bessiana team, no, ye be good no na. Sankomwe, on the first segment of the show, no, ye bedi. After that, you have a lot to discuss. And under 20, ye to me Edin Kunim over the defending champion, Senegal. Ghana 4 points going into the last game no enyema ebeko said dia mai ora Desmond of fair cast after game no ya de beba the aftermath of the super clash no enkomo na gusu a ni nyina eba on the show no ya de beto from amietiefo etumi ahu niema ekoso midin e de Miss Ruby Adams anopai yes to me live on Facebook Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no Facebook we show ni be like na share for our comments bra ebe can on the show for you. Send in your messages 0244 743 143 0244 743 143.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM Sunny Robert Mensah Sport any at National Paya. Yade as someone FKK dia kwama no ne yakɔhwɛ hɔ nsɛm no game park chop adama yɛkɔ game park chop semen kan chow say game for fraba numbers no 1 to 36 select one number from 1 to 36 say be example what choose number 9 what 50 Ghana to actually draw no o number 9 no ne pia bonte ba ya ye ball sika 50 Ghana no ho e dia mouse up to 30 times game here very simple very simple 1 to 36 select only one number e ba draw ni mu a wonya sika no ye ba ho sa 30 times to me e dia mawo nti kai said daily no ye 3 draws obetumi aye mienu na to me bo mu komienu a ye chew 2 Ghana cedis free not me they play another one play more and win more a simple game park chop and I make come for my far no dial star 946 star 946 hash na fe game park chop a good no one so efa ho ehye be high sense refrigerator promo no egusu a ekoso ye be 8th May nti ma honya hapa ko high sense showroom e ben wo ko je wo high sense quality air refrigerator fridge papa wo de shemu a ayenunu aduan na ebeba ho ban e de amount say no enei entry enyam kanea no efe ye papa and afe e promo nti bo no nim abafom enti wo fridge na esi stop one na ayetantan abasabasa no sis baby koje bi ewo eye high sense so office wo dibi ko onom efie ho dibi ko onom nya fridge papa enye dede na bibia e boko no eno any high sense refrigerator kayo se promo no ebe end on the 8th of May ko airman kesim he ya Blue Hills restaurant ewo Antiquia obemu high sense ewo ho so kuma se won kran wo takra de takwa oboase kofodua sunyane techi man tamale and afi ho no high sense ewo ho bibi ani afre 0302 550000 0302 550000 high sense everyday prices for everyday people. Telecel cash send the keke obe send this car ama wadofo Telecel cash to Telecel cash is still free yen tell fast send ma adofo obetumi so send their all other networks so kai say no obetumi they make payments say utility bills and school fees no through Telecel Cash no obetumi make all these payments for phone no dial *110# *110# na fe Telecel Cash no fedi duma and abetuma borrow mo Play Store ne App Store na Telecel Play app no what means so akwa download be send keke Telecel Cash ehun komo na me ne edi no bet influencer shisha bet no fama afoforo enti nekọ pem Thursday kekabom fama amanfo enkotwa be ombenya sika edi oma nwini mpa wona awhehye bet no wanya sika de bia ma an example say wa wotwa bet 20 Ghana no problem what shall bet no wo twa ne 20 o de ma fra kwa kotwa ma o de ma wo mo no o mo twa ne 100 200 500 50 Ghana on 150 cedis o de ma wo mo na etwa na kese no o mu wie no bet na mo basika o mo de twa bet no wo benya ho 4% santi mesi bet ni mpo amo no wo ba wie no no afa wonya be 500 Ghana wo ho a wadi a bet no kra so amo ba wo hye mo nti no wo wanya sika ne bi edi enti se bet no send the codes to your friends, your families, your followers, everybody mo bi entwa nya bet no ehun faso eye papa exclusive to Betway kaisa terms and conditions apply. Betway for say getway more beti the responsible way yakwa manone is 31 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM. Robert Mensah Sports and it is some more taxi drivers, truck drivers, mamoko a long distance na. Greetings this morning. Ye cheche mu nyina edamo ase. Se fidie nda hanum se mamoko ankran. Na me famo konkodu mamoko kumas mamoko takra de mamoko area ha bia no. Ewade mfamo nyam nkodu drivers no. Yes shemo say mon drive ye. Yes shemo pa. Overtaking a hunin for so you know perfectly well say baby I want more person overtaking no emwa misro e nipa nkwan ne crowd sa no sometimes I know who nipa nkwan ne crowd sa no ti asremo mon kono boko maye na mon fa nya nkodu asonwum ana areho so obusu ni be kra se wo kwaba no ama medu areho yasremo pi yasremo enyum se akwan no ebe mu ye nketen ebe mu no enya kama se de mo peno no but de ewa ani o empanyifo no do mo de ama ye ani omunya ebi nka ho ma ye de ye nkrakra mu saa ne mfa nya adwuma no mo so de mo ye de didi no nipa no ko fa ne ma ba bedidi ti yasremo se mo fo mo nkoboko fo mo mraboko anopai driver wuti a waya wadwen se obeye ne sama me pepepe no yakopon insha yi papa yakwa manone aba FKK tena se no de yakwa manone nsem ne mu UEFA Champions League night Barcelona away to San Siro one Inter Milan and last week here 3-3 and ebeya say one nation more goals to qualify to the grand finale at the Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany. Yakwa manone.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
I got experience, I got do everything too much. Any old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby. Do everything too much. Any old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby. Bad, baby.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM Suni Robert Mensah Sports any atnasia. Yade Emma one FK Katna said your command on 34 minutes past 6. In the next 20 to 25 minutes, Obon Semnechi to me Eddie Amaye FKK. Good morning.
Good morning.
Anna Pabia Yaboko. Yada Erade Ase and a Tuesday. Kwabnani Abna. Kwabna FKK. Tuesday born. And now we September born, right? And October born. September, yeah, September. Sure. I know everything. Don't worry, I know everything. Okay, young common on it and a Tuesday morning and smile wabwa no. What chief am I on the show?
Definitely, yeah. Ramonia Diamond 7 media bro straight up. and Roma Premier League game back who eba so Roman so other leagues no be me no sweet me boy epi so nyina no your boy chere dia man UEFA Champions League night ye be kona second leg no San Siro Barca to Inter no mo so dia pimpim so ewo ho Trent Alexander-Arnold so etimi akasa confirming so be mu video free Liverpool hin no call ade amanfo guso atwetwe tonto nyina no ye boy chere na yetimi dia on Kastle 90.3 FM live on Facebook ku join feed na now so wa share na amanfo so nya notification no more timi follow Jumedia no so etimi edia bra na Tuesday so dey kan no the Hawk newspaper no Tuesday edition no and so etimi abanti call na go grab a your copy now so etimi everyday aken kan said the Ghana normal situation no and so AC etia amanfo na namu a demonstrations so mo ko nyina no on side betimi akan bi na nei president so Jumedia wo de nyina so no the Hawk newspaper na capture nyina so nyina no Ojia now so wetimi akenkan ewo ho just for Ghana cities kone kojo copy and so ewo yengro mu na yemfa sports no nsem no entime fama amano ne de tie ne say nei se de mekan no Crystal Palace no mutena fie ene Nottingham Forest de boani 1-1 and asa game no AC ekoyende ye ewo ne brechi eze ebo penalty she goal de Emma Crystal Palace 60th minute and asa go no and so etimi eba so eno achi na abrantia ene ono esia kan enso edema Nottingham Forest was so etikano edemo on the 64th minute next of 4 minutes within and a goal so no nyina so etimi ede eba Murillo and a boss agono and so ede ema Nottingham Forest Giro na etina fie ema mo echi Real Mallorca ewo ye La Liga no mo ehwe mo kabako Christians 20 and a bogono and so edema Girona and a Real Mallorca and so entimi antise kan Genoa tena ho ema AC Milan in this Real eto shomo so twomo kan mienu ema Genoa for no etimu Bako Oliveira and it is Sakano at the Emma Genoa wabra Arbantia friend Rafael Leao Sanso and a Fendrup and so at Canon Fatobo Ongo and a Deboye Eshe winning go no and so at the Emma AC Milan and no and some PMO and so a Wahormene said a kind of Inter Milan at 7 p.m. So given a bus or 3-3 and a PM in the first leg in our companies our Barca for a home until Barca for Coto Inter the side game no and so they win time so a Wahormes and 7 no yet me at the Abrona news of Fra a Frimo Eba and it's so copiamo ewo Inter Milan so ya branch friend Benjamin Pavard okupraye during last week no Monenso otimi Eric Kovaya and Roche training as so training now and now Sako Philippine Sabre Ofrimo and so di my training session no went me NBA with the rest of the group no dear bar and it's a game na branch no out and right back no ontimi embo emfama International Milan no nseme free ho ba na mom no Lautaro Martinez first leg no ewo ye study company no okoko prayer na mom de tie and it's after so tena nchen ehome ye during the weekend no ne ho to no and now started training with the group Inter Milan and no nsema and also free ho ba Alejandro Balde de ba and it's a Barca for no mo hwe sa brante no so betimi abantem ababisi akan dia momo abrante no so yesi da bi wentimi amba Sabre squad no wentimi no mo anye train name Robert Lewandowski he's back asabro no so ababe kan ye squad na no and a Hansi Flick ono ye coach edema FC Barcelona ebusa no se ni team no say na enyoma ACL co players no say no mo enso efa sa game ne nei Hansi Flick ebusa no enika say ni players no say no expect difference so no more di komo ye pa.
When we started the season, I think no one had any idea what we achieved till now. Okay, and for me, of course, we win 2 titles. Now there are the important weeks, important matches. In the end of the season, it's normal like that. When you're on this stage, on this level, when you're playing on this level, it's always like that, and it's a good thing. And what I want to see from my team is that they are appreciated, that they enjoy it, and just to show how good we can play as a team. And this is for me very important to make the club proud, the fans proud, the family proud, himself, the team. Of course, this is what I want to see. And of course, and this is also what Danny said, this is the way how we want to play. We want to enjoy how we play football, also that the fans enjoy it. And at the moment it's like that, and I'm really happy to train this team.
Yes, you're happy. Say Barca team ne kuta no as coach no na etro ni omo na players no omo nim baabi omo du dada no say so omo eyiro omo no omo ball so omo give you omo 100% and over omo enyimbra no omo fambo sa game yi entiano yensem o de buy say na say the season e sha se no bia no a no nim say Barca for bedru sam pempenso na afi treble no ye bo mu di omo so ye de omo beka ho so betimi akwakoje already omo age eye Copa del Rey no e de esi omo na so na hwe Spanish La Liga no so omo pole position so no so betimi age sanso na Champions League semi-final second leg and omo ekwa akobonti players no de omo enim baabi omo wadada say so omo yiro omo na omo ebo eno yensem o timi dia ba ne busa no first leg no uhwe interfo ya ombe ma mo ho kire mo papa tactically dia na besesa e wo ye second leg game amokwa akobono
as a coaching team. So we analyze everything. We analyze the situations, and of course maybe from the outside it means like, wow, they playing really good, but always have the reason. The reason is that we don't have the right position, we don't have press the right player in this moment, and so we have to change it, and this is what we want to do. So this is also what we need, and also of course the set pieces we have to defend much better, and we will change something. So this is, I could say.
Yes, yentene after game no mo analyze nyoma omo hu ekwan na interfo no fa so ehom enkanka set pieces no corner ba na omo ya chiro free kick ba na basa fo so ya shipa ntene second leg no ni technical team na tenase asua de bebre e de afim to obesesa nyoma e wo yes game omo ekwa akobo no de sem enso etimi di ejaye e wone no na branch fan Alessandro Bastoni enso ekasa esa po so omo interfo no e wo just 2 games away from winning the Champions League, and today almost be give you more than 110%, 100%, ebebro 110 ebebro bekwa could do 200%, and then some branch and also central for no and what they etu yanim say nay interfono I ready sans so only just few games so on bebona from so why Champions League champions I know and some no so etimi the tour at the my e no kind of file yamil lama ho sa branch and no first leg na on the make difference no at the Emma Bass and Tisa branch no almost so a no ho adwuma a second leg Emma ne bibia konkan at the Emma International Milan and Alessandro Bastoni and so the San 7 no etimi de buy na Barca call my soya players and na squad the kopiemu e was San Siro na game no abaso no say na esi etie e wo omo atu afra entimi bonus side the Emma Paku Basi ni din e kan obi Ronald Rojo and so e koya branch e fe Nigo Martinez e wom Gavi Ferran Lopez ono so ewo mu bi na Brantia and as Ferran Torres ewo mu Lopez edin eka ho Pedri eruom Robert Lewandowski Ansumani Fati Arantia Fen Rafinha Inaki Pena Sanso ena Christian and as Andren Christensen ono so ewo mu bi na eruom Paul Victor ebo ruom Lami Yamal Eko Dani Olmo Arantia Fen Frankie de Jong ono so ebo ruom Eric Garcia Eko Sergini Ekobi Sanso and a branch friend Astralaga and so Ekobi and a fourth Eburumu Gerard Martin Eko Sanso and a Landry and a branch friend yet Davish Omu I am Rantia Sabre Basa for the Omoko say a second leg no 3-3 in the womb Ubiabiti unit on Koiromo no more and Concoshe and Fa and Co Omu Enim Badi said them kind of make say Eddie Free Squad my own to me and Kobe ewo honom na yen to so na yen kɔ yanim ewo nsemfo from their transfers no de tie ene say abrantia ene ye friend ye Nico Williams ono so kasa de fa ye won second leg on Manchester United ebe kwa kobo Old Trafford na abrantia ne nsem o de ba ene say ne said de wo hwa ono ankasa na damfo ene ni nua Lami Yamal make difference Edema FC Barcelona no ono so ehwe so obetimi lead elected Bilbao na second leg no mo da form kamiensa no makotete no mo etimi qualify e dia cup final eno yensema Nico Williams Naki Williams ni aketwa no omunyina esi akan e dia ma Bilbao no e de sansem no so etimi dia ba ahead of that second leg on Manchester United and so e kwa kobo e wo Moses Caicedo Chelsea for no eyomo awards no the tiensa branch no mo abonaba so say ono na player of the season and sanso na player of the season award ni nyina no omo ediama branch and say modern bono ono boy make key difference at the match Chelsea Football Club sabre baby omo nam no top 5 no betimi aborum na next season Champions League so ye hu omo Conference League na omo bo finals na omo kwa nesa inter branch and modern bono eyade a eyi no ho edi ye pa na Carlo Ancelotti yesi one ene Brazil national team no empany for me chair federation edema Brazil football no the tiani say beginning no na komatwetwa na kwa ni mu ye papa na nkomo eye wiane sa na nso na se Madrid for no mo ebo enjo so se papa onwie ni season enti munya abotre Ancelotti nso so ebo anjo so se nsem na omo ema ni pie ntem dodo na se komo enya abotre enti omo twentwen so se de yesi sa bread de nei sumdwe no enya ba omo enya agya tum se ne Carlo Ancelotti after the season Madrid for no beja no kwan no akwa coach de ama Brazilian national team no na agreement ne yesi de wom ene Ancelotti aboa amene omo ni Madrid ni Brazil football federation nyanya agya tum se onya kope friendly game between Brazil national team and Real Madrid football club no was say etimi eba so enti we agreement a yese ne contract no eno so ebetimi ahyemu ewo ho na L'Equipe ena enso reported from Air France said ba so omo abranti friend William Saliba me come abranti our France ni osiakan ede ema eye Arsenal football club ewo premiership no yese abranti no odo Madrid papa ntene link amo link no to Madrid obeka so opeso continue Arsenal na ndia waka nenso Madrid for no any brepa na so mokwa omo di sika Arsenal for pe ede kɔ de abranti no entempa obekɔ akwa kosia kan enso ede ama Real Madrid boko ntene William Saliba ono nso ne ho nsɛm no ɛwɔ transfers no sa na esi ete Christopher Nkunku nso no yeso betimi efre Chelsea sama di anim ya yesi approaches bebree from FC Bayern sanso na Manchester United enso so etimi akona so enim se January ɛna two clubs yi eyi omoni yesisto omunya branch ya ombetimi akɔ no ntia no nsɛm a efi hɔnom eba Barcelona for last summer no mo hwɛ ɛsɛ abranti friend Nico Williams ohwɛ performance a ɔne Lamine Yamal puti up ɛwɔ Euros national ɔmo komu nyomu mienu ɛbɔ wɔ Barca kɛbɛboa Nico Williams ankɔ na sabre yɛsɛ ɛnɛ samai na link no ɛda so ɔno nso yɛsɛ Barca for be prefer Rafael Leao than say Nico Williams enso ebetimi aba ɛno nso reporter Dario enso so etimi ɛde aba Flamingo omo ene Arbantia friend Jorginho anya agiatum say ne transfer no Arbantia no season no end pe obefree Arsenal or as free player enso akwa jiska ede agunu botom asia kan de ama Flamingo ewo Brazil eno so yensem efi Jorginho so ye bani contract no eberuama kosi eye 2028 intisana esi etie eho no me de bi ede ama nenrai nanamu a ena ene ye kote ye se Liverpool for ede ababa betudwa so ma branti omo ankasa tete no na se for the past 20 years ono ena ne omo edi dwuma yi papa ene premiership yi omo ntaa njibisa nenso ene sankofo atimi aboa me kire ne Alexander Arnold ene Mo Salah mo aboa ma Liverpool omo agimienu bi ede esi omo na so ene okan ye pa Champions League nso ne omo agibi se de o se ne contract na ende Liverpool for atimi aboa ma mo extending to ono so okọ opeso konya experience ewo baby foforo say ena Trent Alexander-Arnold ono ankasa true Liverpool one platform no or confirm me edema one supporters no.
Initially, first and foremost, want to say it's not an easy decision, and there's a lot of thought and feeling that's gone into it. Been here 20 years now, and I just hope that everyone's able to, maybe not dwell on this news for too long and be able to celebrate what the rest of the lads have done and let everyone celebrate what we've achieved as a club. At the end of the day, you can be angry and hurt at me, but I just hope that the lads, the rest of the team, the staff, everyone else is able to feel how good a season this has been, and they're able to feel the love and support from the fans as they have done all season.
And in terms of the fans, is there something you'd say to Liverpool supporters?
There's a lot. There's a lot that I would like to say, but the main thing is a massive thank you. Guys have been there from the start with me. You guys have supported me, been there. I've felt the support, the love, everything that you guys have done. It's never been unnoticed by me. I've loved every single minute of it. I hope that they felt that has been reciprocated, and that I'd love one day to be able to bring my kids to Anfield and show them that that's where I played, and show them the videos and highlights of what we were able to achieve together. So yeah, just a huge thank you for that. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love that I've always felt. Thank you for always having me back. I will always love the club. I will always love the people of the club. I'll always love the fans and the supporters. And yeah, even though I'm leaving as a player, not as a fan, I'll always be a Liverpool fan.
Entiano and some Trent Alexander-Arnold right back with me bomb for the next where the man Liverpool or no pass through or more academy no and when you debut the boy the man senior team now boy and took Cambo 20 years in here and I also na brabo nyina no there some Liverpool for obeka kakra bi so kwa supporters no both name no said or kind or say na the hardest decision no so ebetimi ameki e dia man to ne busua ene ne team nyina no atimi adwene hu ye papa sabre de ogitum se mre na so se oso no so ebetimi ebe ka sanse de kire supporters ne wom se dodo na no omo ntiase se branch ne link no ase so obe standing no contract na so on standing no na o ma me ka hwe e wo ho na ni na musa amanfo mo ka bi tia no ka mo so ka bi ma no e ka na o se ne no person focus o Liverpool sanse season no gidie so metimi adwo mo 20th premiership no trophy no so de si o na so betimi aboa ma club no so etimi adi sankunim no eno ensama watimi ede aba e wo sansem no se ampa bia bufo bi e wo kakra sanso ena ne judo na so ne be ya adwene nyina mu no omfo mo adwene enkambom na afa mo en celebrate e wo nkunim di omo nso so edidi enkankan this season champions anase ne e wo ne champions no mo e kobi na mum no premiership no mo agye no 20th no a omo enso agye si omo na so omo nje omo ni na afa nkunim die no a omo di nyina no as a club no omo celebrate no na afa omo mo akoma ento mo yam na bibia so enkonkan emfa ma omo eno ye nsem otimi de ba na de twam kra no say ne onso person okonya experience for enso ewo baby fofra sabre ode sansem no so atimi de ba na no ana ne Jamie Carragher wanka bia enka enye ena ode nsem no eba betu dwa se said the idea ni city no ono ne bumfi kra sanso no wabo club no as a player na say o yes supporter na emum no supporters in the omubefu de na kobenya nanka trainer Alexander no decision de na kwasesa na adwen.
So what do you think about a young man who's come through at Liverpool, won 2 league titles, won a European Cup, won the lot, going off to fulfill his dream to play for Real Madrid?
Yeah, I'm in a position where I am a Liverpool supporter now, but I've been a Liverpool player, and Liverpool players or local players are held in a higher regard in different ways because they're local players, and supporters maybe expect a little bit more of them in these situations. Now, I don't always agree with how Liverpool local players are treated in certain situations because, as I said, I've been in that position as a player. But my thing with Trent is, it's his career. You know, he's free to choose what he wants to do, and he's going to the biggest club in the world. I'm not angry. I'm more just disappointed that as a local player, he doesn't think Liverpool's enough when it's winning. We've had players in the past who've left, say, Steve McManaman, Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard almost left, but that was because they were playing for Liverpool teams that weren't as good as this Liverpool team. Now, this Liverpool team is arguably in probably the best 5 or 6 teams in Europe, just won a Premier League, and Liverpool could be on the verge of something really special over the next 5 or 6 years. If I was in that position for Liverpool where I thought I could go and win league titles, I could put Liverpool above Manchester United in league titles, we could try and get closer to Real Madrid, because people always talk about rivalry in England. You can't go to Manchester United, you can't go to Chelsea, you can't go to Arsenal. Real Madrid's a rival of Liverpool in the European Cup.
But what an experience for him, Jamie. Oh. What a life experience, what a football experience as well.
Of course it will be. And there's absolutely fine. You can have both views, and that is exactly right. I've said that. Real Madrid are the biggest club in the world, and there's parts of me that always love, not just Liverpool players, even lads from Everton or local players. I love to see Scousers do well. I do. And there is part of me that looks at it and think, a young kid from West Derby, he's going to play for the biggest club in the world. Wow.
Amazing.
Well, amazing. You know, in terms of, like, you just look at it like that. Disappointment as there is with other Liverpool supporters that, you know, Liverpool on the verge now of winning, sort of looking like they could have an era of domination, maybe, and win a lot of big trophies.
Yes, it's and some Jimmy, and so it's made by so no local boy in Tene, Nana Junior, so Bama Liverpool, and so at me, Ajin Krua in Tene, and no air dear ban and trim sell no movie and Kobe. Whom say when your chances in baby, when your approaches in baby and Fibasa, and I said Real Madrid, any other big clubs, and no no, so I don't know when the team say movie and fine influence Sansa Club now. And a wono and a teteno, and I will do some pepper so do it. No, she said, I know so obey me at Waswakonemo after 20 years. No, if so, officer Liverpool enough, and farmer so bet me a bona fame, crew, who don't wajib enough, or no one can carry the person in Sakano, full in Sa and Canas or Becover for any boom free, or any problem, yeah, and no a and sama, or no so to me at the abba 9 or say, or sa Hrim Kakra, say a branch and legacy as a football legend in the best Sakakra essence supporters no more food.
He may damage his legacy. You said something like that. Does that matter to a player?
It mattered to me, but I was never in this situation. I had options of maybe, you know, choosing the club of the calibre of Real Madrid. But for some people it does, and for some people it doesn't. And some people want their career to have played for some of the best clubs in the world. And then you look at that career and think, wow, you know, Liverpool, Real Madrid. I'm thinking of Xabi Alonso. When I think of his career, sort of Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, you think, wow, playing for some of the greatest clubs in the world. And Trent, after, where'd you go from Real Madrid and two of the biggest clubs in Wales football? But he will lose something that he's got right now in terms of Liverpool supporters, whether that's their love for him or that they thought he was, one of our own, if you like. That will diminish. Now, some people will say, playing for Real Madrid, that price is not worth paying, whereas other people will say, no, you've got to play for Real Madrid.
Eti ano yen some kan legacy no hasem no sa legendary status no se ne nsan kan ano yen some otimi ade aba na yen ko yenim supporters no e kasa kakra ade efa mu kakra bi yetie no de fro na se omobofu ye pa de odi kan kasa de o se on yen shedan ha no sa na mom no mom to anse abrante na so ungrateful.
I think it's a betrayal, and that's all he needs to be said.
No Liverpool fan will really claim that Trent is, one of the greatest to play the game and play in his position ever because of this move.
Being local myself, it is heartbreaking, and I've done a lot with Trent's family and seeing him grow from such a young age from the academy, he's one of our own, so it is really upsetting that he'd make this decision. I think still so early on in his career. I think what he's built at Liverpool, he's built a lot of loyalty, he's got his own song that he's the scouting in our team, so it is really sad to see him going.
Trent is one of us, he's a scouser, he's a local lad, he loves the club, claims to love the club like we all do. Everyone from Liverpool knows that you either breathe Liverpool or Everton. Obviously Trent has breathed Liverpool his entire life. He's been in the academy since he was about 5, played for Liverpool. Loads of us will play for Liverpool for free right now.
Enti eno ye Liverpool supporters ni bi so nsema mo etimi ede eba ye ewo ho no mo ye de sansana na una abrante friend James Tarkowski unim no a ewo Everton abrante no sia kan ewo ho no ono so akasa de fan say oni anod any problem bia san say just 20 years there now so be best now for person konanim.
Yeah, I've not been fortunate enough to play for my boyhood club, win the things he's won and done what he's done. I think my opinion is that I think every young boy's dream would be to play for Real Madrid over anyone else in the world. I think they're the #1 club, like Jamie said, so that's the only pull that's really obviously got him.
Do you think footballers are too harshly judged?
We can be at times, and maybe in this situation he is being judged because he's a local lad and he's come through the academy and he's been there for so long. So I'm sure he is, but as Jamie said, it's his own career. He's going to make his own decisions, and he obviously feels that he needs to go and experience this adventure abroad at the biggest club in the world. So I can see frustration from a Liverpool perspective, but I also understand him as well.
Enti ano ayen sama James Tarkowski so kan de efa hu say abrante no ohun so ayem from so bia e wo ho no my right decision so etimi e de e ma no na Arsenal one fan ba no say season yen to ticket from go na afa yen timi from work club no nya sika ono aka hu bie papa na no e na ode nsem de aba so on de ogidi say uromu a Arsenal on coach o say Mikel Arteta na fisu so say the Arsenal club no be man say on fan kwa sa.
We're having the same sort of conversations we were having when in the Arsene Wenger years. Second is becoming good enough for Arsenal. I think they've actually accepted that. I've watched several of their games recently, and what strikes me, there's a lot of good players, no real top-level goal scorer, and they huff and puff and keep blowing the house down. But the final quality is what I'm talking about. If you look at Liverpool a couple of years ago, you had Mane, Firmino and Salah. They were brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and that's what we should be aspiring to.
Yeah, but you're not far off that, are you? You've got Saka Martinelli already.
Nowhere near. We should be looking at someone like Thierry Henry, for heavens. We've not had a top striker for 20 years. And
so you want Mbappe?
Guys, because these are the same conversations that we had trying to get rid of Arsene Wenger. It took 10 years for Arsenal to admit that Wenger had to go. It took Arsenal 10 years to lose this man, okay? And we're getting into this again. I listened to Arteta, and God help me, I'm not entirely sure that he communicates that well with the players. It seems like a sort of young and very rather immature dressing room, and I think he's a bit too young to be in charge of them. It's very interesting. I mean, Trent's leaving Liverpool because he's not good enough. Now, Trent would walk into Arsenal. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. We're accepting second best. I would give Arteta another season tops.
Enti eno hey ensema Richard ono Arsenal fan big one pa enso de sansem de band ogidi sa Arteta no ntimi mbo mo sa or young so on so betimi de club na ko nkunimdi kwan so enfon say this season na Champions League still omo second chance on so betimi asesa nyoma no mo akọ ni mo akọ fan na akọ genenso no ogidi say the Arsenal for bre and Arsene Wenger na papa ye mreso ye pose komba no kono mo twen ya 10 years later and so no enso etimi asake papa no ohwa player bi anase striker bi te set Henry Daniels na Arsenal for enim ho obeposo ntra no dia mo bebre nti Bukayo Saka mo do mo kyerɛkyerɛ no omonye good enough say o metimi aboa ma Arsenal and so akọ Jim Kruebi ewo or the Sansa na ba anyway sorry there Hansi Flick or Kasai Eddie Robert Lewandowski ho say nay obetimi anya kwanya starting game na also only good enough so best started from the bench name no Ujidi say Lamine Yamal any others na can be make a difference in the FC Barcelona.
So we also speak yesterday, everything goes in on the right way, and he's good, much better than we expect, and he's ready for the bench. So it's when we need him, maybe he can come in. So it's like that.
We'll talk about Lamine Yamal, who had a great game in the first leg. Do you think he's prepared to repeat that performance tomorrow?
For me, you know that because I hope that you know me, because I'm here now 8 months, around about that, 8-9 months, and for me the team is very important. Of course, we have players; they are exceptional. So it's and Lamine is one. I said always, Lamine is a genius. What he's doing with the ball, it's unbelievable, and every pass is normally with the right pressure, with the right length, and it's really unbelievable with 17 years. And for me, it was the match on Wednesday when he brought us back with his actions and with his goal. It was really good to see. But you have to always show that it's now the second leg and a very important leg because we want to reach the final. This is our goal, and we need everyone on the highest level against this fantastic team of Inter.
Yes, and I know and some of Timmy Dabaso no on your coach or realize one player now win him now said you'll be a question or says so win him no said you sit here so they be a collectively team now and so a boy Jumana fe individual brilliance in about now and so a team about until Lamine Yamal obviously first leg no or no team boy and make some difference name no and you no kwan a bit me a year Jumana second leg no or some mobile as a team now fe bibia conkan and so a team diamana ho and on no quality no ebetimi a make a difference and also yansama wetimi a day about a war ye the way sorry so Ramon Cardron former president at the Real Madrid Bobokono July 2006 and by Ujinamwa 16 January 2009 and now free office so Casa de Fire Trent Alexander-Arnold ni issue no na said or can say a very good news at the Amama de Soba
development has been received in Madrid then?
What I know is what you know, that the player is leaving. I don't have a personal knowledge of his coming to Real Madrid, but what I can say that would be fantastic to have a player like him in our side with only 26 years old, playing right back and as a midfielder. We're taking into account that we are missing Toni Kroos and Modric is nearly 40, so it would be a fantastic news if he comes. It seems his idea or the idea of the club and the player, but until they officially say that, I cannot tell you anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. We understand that it is happening, and potentially, obviously, they could be getting a player for free. I mean, it's quite the coup, isn't it? The fact that he is going there on a free. What would you say about that?
Well, it's good to know that he's a free agent, and you have to not to pay a transfer fee. And but the main thing is that he's a fantastic player. Any club would like to have him on his side.
And some former club president at the Real Madrid, Ramon Cardron. Now, or this answer, no sweat to media, but now by no that moment, you know, name so Casadia, Otimi Casabici, my phone. No, and some also no one shadante. Sign news in South Branton, Madrid, now, or by name, so about the idea bit me about Sansa, Medford, no, with Timmy Airborne, Sanson, right back and said, you know, Timmy, want to look at Modric more a free scene because of more age in Intino, around and a bit to me, another option at the Madrid, our Medford on a day, Sansa, no. And sweat media be general so they are morning 7 years here on Kastle 90.3 FM.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king. The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king.
Kastle 90.3 FM Sydney Robert Mensah Sports and Yatna Sanopay. Yade S some more. Mama now message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Found message no Efa Hobra. Ga what's nasty mama na kwaba na UEFA Champions League night game no but so big game. Inter Milan against FC Barcelona. When one extra more goals to qualify, aye. When no a goals near counting to our will be at 3-3. Until no one be more goals on our walk. Ti man to me and send a extra time a penalty saba. Wa be send was na akosa na tie. Trent Alexander-Arnold okwa obi ani baby okọ ai Real Madrid hono wa Real Madrid da odi ankwa papa was spending 20 years or starting akra keto akra no enu awa ya akra keto asa free FKK
yeah
hey yanom Florentino Perez for okay tino adifode no mo twekwa montwenkwa munyemwa na montwenkwa Osman good morning
good morning Miss Ruby
montwenkwa bia wakode
yakupon na
montwenkwa sa 104 montwetwa ai ete wo ehwa mudi we are fine ano na me hwe TV na me hu a highlight of a weekend EPL matches no na Jamie Vardy so she very wonderful goal
yes
na so say Oja Leicester
of course
into a Premier League team na me busa say team be na be sign Jamie Vardy Chelsea ko fan be back up to a match bench na so bet na Jackson achi
o davi
na on the obekọ he
na ebia obedu be na crucial point na o chero bo matches to be rebi
o tumi mo ho
ontumu mba
sa
ontumu temika bebre
enti wana be sign Jamie Vardy no
a championship for now
also a paper okay least money we mo no
o na Jamie Vardy na no strikers ni bi na ball no for two nanyim oboti
sa ho
e tell us am catch na menyim the reason why you know kofu won coach Leicester coach e wo Jordan ayu wo ho no Jordan no coaches bi wo ho no ma enyim nyam okodo won tirim e bia na jizi nyi Jordan na sare bebe wo ho no but this season of call Leicester I check the numbers me feel that one shot that one bad wo but Vardy Ruby 38 years is
sa
am me nya
because when Arsenal come fan ntina chire
o dabi Arsenal project baby aye do sisia no obi say my catch wa dey say Arteta this season one for trophy I'll be one of those supporters you agitated on one sack
season band dey be wie
you agitated on one sack
season band dey be wie
you be we yes
okay
you be we yes
okay
you be Champions League
na mo free mu a
na we fi ma
I was some sack
and fast embarrassing season for Arsenal and then I'm catch
we Madrid for free mu a jubilate our voice nyesi na embarrassing
oh yes I embarrassing
sir
yes ebia say semi-finals na efim but you be season no age FA Cup bi Carabao Cup bi na say ezerichira you won something and the Chelsea ambo bibia this season nyina na say Chelsea tum kwaje Conference League United and Tottenham why the whole of the season nyina league United and Tottenham why the whole of the season nyina na yewe season way na two teams we mu kra kwaje Europa League Manchester City she one struggles the whole of the season na yewe City akaje FA Cup Liverpool yes they had a fantastic season but unfortunately at the key moment and you be here one day once oboko nanyim no okojem Carabao Cup no FA Cup no than one kwenyim no kofi mo honom Champions League round of 16 and no kofi mo honom but then Premier League me should be why jewi so I compare Arsenal adwuma why this season to all these clubs we na say be wie na sadam na no be kwa clearly I feel that Teta on board team no and it's been 5.5 years now you are still going to build those squads in the view players is about to be but then I feel they say when to my BB and not there you will be able to build the squad but for somebody to finish a juma no he may not be the right person to do that
okay
it's I mean say Ateta actually don't prove no there or your coach wet your starter at least e could find us I want no able to be a bit of fake kakra na ya hwe you say me baka phone na we two Mrs. Arubi e could be ad me you be aba ya adwende papa no chiro tum na okọ na nyimo ho no because orenya mbwa January we na no ye obi a catch us sign players in here striker internet class and cover Jamie Vardy no nya some cover this time Jamie Vardy
am backup am Kai have it
David
say no Kai internet
Kai no sisi ari am gonna striker bi after this season
okay
over sign an up forward a striker center forward and kasa
Isaac
oh yeah attitude names no attitude good I hear na ye huma wo
Saliba contract na ka say
what can 2 years
e wole bi wom
married information wole year
FKK ma bi o manu
oh but according to reports some the story
story
it looks as if the Madrid were willing there say if really there's a opera way deal now
they want
to come in
but
that is Madrid for you
Ruby
they will make attempt to sign who player but one kasa club a church wona na ase
now 23
no one for players in free so you cannot blame
I'm not you bad Mbappe see bad bad boys aye
Mbappe can adwene che PSG
aye
the contract am sign no me sign 2 years ni wia na se be significant be nsi I would move
okay
na PSG 160 there was an 1 year contract extension further
boy in the task no but 1 year no we.
No go free.
Or any problem.
Hey, Real Madrid for free agents. I say good morning, Kastle FM fraternity. It's your boy, Mr. Cheeks. Crystal Palace. Oh, Nyamishamo Palace. Nyamishamo pa. I'm not fuck to be Esimlam deno fatonche because Palace bono no Espirito Santo pigeon and near him say papa for any form because all train time cry any ye. General I'm block you mama Chelsea for one but that sounds me ya Osman. That sounds me ya FKK do no aye no. Coach me ko ball Champions League bi anke bede. Ana Man City for nam ho sa Pep Guardiola just abesha ade mu. Ade mu ka onka hu bi. Enti be he de besi ba Chelsea Forest one ma e be ehu. Enti no Palace omo ya aduma no. It's the Crystal Palace, Brentford, Villa, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. They have done a great job this season, making the top 4 intricate for the big boys. Also, Trent Arnold has paid his dues and his farewell to Liverpool with EPL title is really massive. Finally, Inter is qualifying tonight and help me wish myself a happy 8th day. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Cheeks. Enye we should be an opinion. Enye okesi na we shall papa. Now, same. Miss Ruby, okay, I'm sure. Have you ever heard a supporter of a class of folk? Hey, Nketia, as I say, Nketia, hyping or praising has a folk player before the answer, and the answer is no. They always talk against the one and the best football club in Ghana. Okay, they're the one and the best football club of Asha home. And Nketia, Cape Coast, are different with the other. Oh, and then I has no more to check on keep on Sicano. No more to check in Sicano. Elmina Sharks standing position at the Division 1 League. Almost the 15th position. Teams near 16. Sharks at 15. Hello, good morning, champion Miss Ruby. How are you and your crew? Today's game will end by 2-1 in favor of Inter Milan. Inter will eliminate FC Barcelona tonight. This is Otuga. Against supporter. Oh no, no, or your white for Nubia. Good morning. I'm solid I'm solid. Barcelona will win the game tonight. Okay, may I say. And good morning, please. The name is GFA. Okay, hey, Sergav, Sergav. Now, I'll say now. My question is, what happens if the game ends 1-1 or 2-2? That be a 2-2 or 1-1 now. Be as a 4-4. A 2-2 be as a 5-5. It's about extra time. Aye, about extra time. Designer and 7 ATM. Nah, I'll say good morning. I'm Mickey J from Kingsland Hotel. Today, Inter will surely qualify. Okay, yeah, that's say. Swansea from Efutu SHS. Barca will win by 2-1. And we saw say buying from Opoku Krom. And Barca will win by 2-1. Okay, yeah, that's say. For your message, me faka crank on afe. Yamra. I say good morning, Miss Shubi. I'm all for from UCC today. All Barca fans are going to cry because Inter is going to qualify and meet Arsenal in the final. Hey, the Gunners. Mr. Apre, I'm in channel pay. Now, I say good morning, Miss Shobi and your crew. I really feel sorry for Osman and his Arsenal team. It's unfortunate that Arsenal will go troughless this season. We, the Bavarians, are rallying behind Inter this evening from Sebaya inside Zion. I will read the rest of your messages now. My also dear Emra on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. For our message, no F Hobra na here King on the show for you.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Kastle 90.3 FM. Sini Robert Mensah Sports. And the about the first segment. So, Osman, you've been here for a very long time. I mean, Cape Coast for a very long time. And wouldn't him how Elmina Sharks team no Eshas Yabaye. May I buy 5 years Munie, yes, about 2 Sharks in the Premier League, you know, and FKK. the sad news is, one teams now are qualified back to the Premier League, you know, from the Zone 1. No. 11 wonders, how many dwarfs? Nina ne call Division 1 the same season. And now no more boy now ma qualify to the final. I say RTU no na ne ho de na final no. RTU aha no. Dwarfs are cautious say some person be pay. Afi bia the second, afi bia the third. E be almost later on. But let's talk about Elmina Sharks. Me ba in 2017 for the Wafu Fox Wafu tournament no. Ye ko Elmina. Ye ko hu the edifice or rap akwasi no mapagesi wo. To the point say Emra Ghana hosted the Wafu tournament no. Ye ball games need to do na Cape Coast Stadium. It did the last round of matches simultaneously no. We took the matches to the Indom Sports Complex. Was shown live on TV. A man for who ye. None is what they was sure. So by your football na ye. And say other ventures are now a woman in Yama who do be on Koya man. Banka football as a venture. A creative wealth. Sikani adia PM woman. Nanke beboye papa. And the baby a Sharks nenam. On the 15th position with 4 more games to go. And they UCC youngsters, Air Sharks 4 points. Meaning saving the next game Nippon Seb Kobasa UCC from Pokra Lucy game Nipa. Still now they will be above Sharks. Sharks will still be battling for relegation. A team one. Obia aware na uni adina mpona sa wo gwama imu a you saw how a team ne rise here. I don't know the way forward there. Me name Opakwasindum. She say no because man team like Osman say man team go be say go. Man team say dey gumpo. Na no amkobo me who table for Division 1 a man league no. It was funny. It was very very funny. Esiam kukomu kromo esiam Socrates ladies. Oma qualify no mo medal league. When we said was it Sunday no or Enra RFA boss Ura Duncan was there. Our only man called Kasai head of the middle league man kobo to qualify to the Premier League, you know. See Lions there. I basa. I'm to the stand say I think Pokrano Elmina Sharks a coach na coach woman. Omunya coach bia so omuntu mi ko coach said dia semo. Pa kwesi Mamanchi no pay. I'm not saying say you good coach, but Parkwesi obi say Parkwesi ne samunya dene. Ni baby amane nam no. I know that say Parkwesi ni eje na hwe man team no last season. Na man team no call relegation. And I near J free Sea Lions. Eko PM Heart of Lions. Kodi Ora ba she here for the chi omo ye adwuma. After Sharks you started season. Mo coach din. Mo coach din. Mumo coach ni din etete home asai bi e say e da ma Parkwesi nya adwuma no Parkwesi a and at the 15th position no maybe a Sharks no this facility and kebe boa med na mind the young guys e be siso no bet me push on my shame even I heard the same no more stress so much manya an academy a youth team and so bet me aba share Sharks ase now support you more. I nature talent. I want more than the central region. You know? This dream of Parkwesindum, cause of some circumstances, be all this dream. I hear some point because and a man. I think before a dog be from Bruchabano, Osman. I heard say na discussions koso. Say man no anase member ni team back no onya back ye no offer na adwen ko back of course onya back ye no focus wo back so no so be try en mienu nyina be try so be ni nya na I basa no member ni ma de ni nyina ayabasa obehia people to support ana Dr. Parkwesindum if you really want to still be in the game there. Not say when someone there, then people, Ora, friend said George Abuaje, dear Namoye, what is going on? No, some cry. He says, yes, I banny woman. Omni Kingsley Osman. Yeah, banny woman. Yes, someone met him because Omako referee,
including the club president.
Omuna to say, hey, and I'm sure the Sharks called Division 2. Hey, all right. Osman, count there. Knife cake, yeah.
I said me are home, so yes, we buy a sir. Yes, I are honestly, I are. But then many teachers and listeners, you teach will be no power now. Yeah, more now, crab be from bra. Cause a freeway, we are streaming live on Facebook. Into young bombers in there. Na young room na young enjoy your show. Now, Facebook no. Search box na Boshima Kastle 90.3 Cape Coast. Na Kena channel so there. Kastle no start with K. Tell like your page na share. My wouldn't so baby no so when you be na wash. Na ya ma show no we to na wa konenyim. Na ya ma comment no so umbra so that obey interactive. Me chama na was rich sawadin. Obi bia na zi yekabo ma na ya ma show no aya oye first obazans why de so be yen na yetum na ya enjoy wo ye ikrum hade. Na Ruby Omina Sharks issues no ya ro to be very sincere. This is a club, me are very sure there. Now, in one of the models, Ikrum Hadi. Say, Kade club be a what way on Shadara on Terry. Now we too now war rising and they could do the highest level. Now, Kilmina Sharks.
Like the Nations FCs in
of course. Warrior no extra summer text to see also currently in terms of their facilities, management, see some career in those clubs, you know. I think that is why you are mentioning Nations FC. You know. So they are also getting there for some of the clubs to even qualify to Africa. Now, World Cup ball. And Sharks should be one of those teams that by this time we Yabaka can once wait to now what been my Yamano or Concan or Zemoye. Be attractive for Ghana Hadia. Virtually say Ghana Premier League teams. I know when you born a bar, you would definitely would mention club or from or Mina Sharks or Honum. But unfortunately, after 2020-21 season, now Yebe na club way in Yaman Kwe one farm one. Now but drop up a division 1 view. Then now in okay, it is something to most see in the game. Into fast for when they come back. I can't obey over for that. Over you one ye. Now I sound so back into the Premiership no. That was what I know most of us were expecting. But Ruby Sabasha, since then in the zone 2 no, almost every season in Biano, we get a new team over to my qualify no beba. In Tebon Usama takes home. Yehu Nations FC mo, and currently we are seeing club are often All Blacks are once where you when you there they are also about qualifying. So that is how the clubs have a bit of history in the Ghana Premier League within our terrain and then the young region had they know one person but for club Elmina Sharks no Ruby I want to say the issues in the doors to be very honest. So I started the years in Komo Wahadea. Most of us know the problems our club no from Mohonum. Mekade yaba start the season most especially a few way. Na yaba start na yanyi Kings Legend come over Hade. We asked him about the coach on one about Yejuma. And the kind of excuse I wasn't meant with Hade no personally mekade no mean jintum. Sa club na is serious and kon for coach even kon a pre-season. Na yaba start the season now. Coach any baba Yejuma Tunizina Bonizina young there. Or Simos any baba Yejuma. We don't even know the coach any baba Yejuma. How do we assess that coach? Abe Juma na why Abe pedigree no ba no quality no done. These were the issues I started the years in Wunkomo. But as usual, what kwako ye subo no krum ade. Yana yan hwe man bi da ma because you feel that in is kan yimi no. Yan ye ne biarbe ade yan koi nanyim. Elimina Sharks ye kan na asemi. This a team at the point in time oba qualify by Ghana Premier League no. Na when you kobi na misa and when you adwuma. In the Ghana Premier League be hu Joakim Yawe champion. Oba be adwuma oba ye adwuma for some time. No quality no oyazo tum no was after we fail Mina Sharks no check the number of clubs when you want to it tells you that no quality in Yaza not over form ebo hu coach ni lante so no so obaya obebo boy kakra at the point in time for some 1 year be fast forward malam I so be for system no mu bio Maru be one of the current coach them be kind ne credentials no adwuma wire no can we compare him to coach say abebo wonzi ni ana so technically they didn't have what it took another coaches now about 2 minutes adwuma no wo ba ye ohonom Braves say Angelo the door on the bay oba na yesha ye nyim but no we history kakra but oba yes when 2 man qualify Buson Dwarfs but Ruby say was standard that was set to the previous seasons now one shot that one lower the bar o maintaining kakra so it means that one house put oba here obia about 2 na we raise the bar na kakra no za amon Belmina Sharks no na azinu nkoye oba ni se kasama ye be hu the problem stand all kodo or ye team nim in terms of the squad and other the playing body no there was an issue and maybe Boski one person not official either he mostly would discuss one squad that was about division 1 no players ni bi one hour yazi one a one yazi and all the baby no say the likes of our year draw All Blacks. You talk about even Rose Park for Ebusua Drafts, Park Academy for the kind of squad I know where to the wash share. Now was it but Division 1 league no. It was so clear that these clubs were mono. No way you won't when that's up and down when you're putting to one qualifier, they will qualify. But for Elimina Sharks no, you knew my warrior. Sharks and those days no, I bet say Benjamin Bernard Boateng, I bet say other place be no one quality no, or two na or sir. I think they had this popular midfielder. Is it not skip him kakra Okuta Muslim name? These were the guys that should be no one quality no, and or was sir. But another baby no currently no, be someone have a place and the Sharks will cut the watch now what I cut to win one. Now once now you would mention their names. Quality in shada and sir. Will be say quality in sir. Let's say be here players no to augment your squad or yes kasem. Or yes kasem because a couple of player from Division 1, Division 2, even in the Ghana Premier League French players in Bia, Ruby Equa, I will go Jessica, Sunny on fee about ya, transfer fees about ya, players no what was one salary no about ya. So this is an issue for club or for no yet Elmina Sharks or Honum. It's all the baby no be someone that in terms of infrastructure, you cannot complain about it. A club on Akasa one stadium, a club on Akasa one clubhouse. It is on me saying few chroma had impo. Not so Basana Banaba Bois. Baby about that is on your problem. A club on Akasa one bus, accommodation 1 2 It was quite okay. But all the baby is a cow Benjamin Power players, you know. Now it was a problem. Why? Because you must about Dr. Poko
of course.
Because of any group of companies, you know. The moment and second of panel, then you about affect the club no. But we sang a club no or 2 onion. Now can for so bahwa they could have generated money internally. Now could have club no hobra. But this time not sure so you escape no kotokum and son of the kwakoye. So unfortunately, at a point in time and your monkoye no, papa if you have chibai no, or baba said that yes, club no man kasamaza. In as much as now put what choose between me say football and men football no. Obviously not be men football. So obey men football now. Abo kono for that, obey ye. Obey no be show interest. That's what matches he will be there. Or pay attention to Nyama Kodu in the Ghana Premier League. It's just rather unfortunate. Their game against Redro All Blacks and they were in the downward step no we were getting there. Because you could be a not club president were charging. So general manager were charging. But the PRO for the club no so were charging. Not because the A-Friends na wanna sabi one you mean answer the BBNC. Now was were charging the Munkofuno. Football in Brenda was the Juma. For Dr. Pokwesi Indum and Kingsley, we saw some videos and videos and Dr. Nazin will be metina de mekade for whatever I saw on the field of play. I disagree with the FA, but I want to brother was here, Juma. Did you have authorization to be there or not? That is the main question now. But for Kingsley, you have videos say both Friday. I have altercation and not only security and the officials in the and on you worry. Abuajimu wa edman watcher. But this were the people are afterwards no what ban one doctor nya 4 months ban or so. All the baby you 1 month with the funeral man 3 months. And I kiss them so what you want and they been ya brent out for cola. Asamwa no so over ban down 1 year ban there. On you know film. But Ruby since then no say Elimina Sharks one performance a born na club performance no. Now no was sink down one result no onko ye wo honom. And this is ya me boy. The Division 1 matches are Sharks way to na wabono. In fact, for one last 5 games are Sharks wabona. The last 5 games no, just 1 draw and a walk boy. And that was a game I walk away against Oka intellectuals. Or 1-1 or honum. But fast forward, Tasha the last 4 no woman we lose was I'm a Kim Facer. We lose was a man's Markotoko. And we lose was a Mao UCC youngsters. One can say one and again 2 weekend where so Lucy was a Mao new Dubiasi. In the session the 1 point in Pona. No 6 no sanka wotum obo wo hombazen fa no 1 mpo wo fa no 3 ana wotum was 1 point was kan mpo a ebianka be bia wo da sisia no aka wonder ho sisia so it should tell you that team na kasa performance no ana wotum na wa drop ho no enyama no nkoye mfa ma Elmina Sharks but will be the question in that can they survive the battle now they find themselves in na and for me the answer is yes they can survive. They can survive. Yes they can survive. Okay. Unfortunately this season, there was a question why we. Use a question why we. It's all about entering a hard day. Teams are when you compete, no. But then, what 4 more matches to go in the league na year bono. Now 4 more matches now. What can the mission be? Obabonu me bass and wofie. Oh yes.
Oh,
so basa wo fie. It's obobo future stars wo fie.
Okay.
Obobo Rose Park wo fie. Na wa bo park academy wo fie.
Rose
Park no wo mu no.
Rose Park na park no.
Rose Park na park.
Omo tan be hardwin.
I want to how
be hardwin pa.
But we should be say everybody division 1. Na say everybody relegation battle. Na say the moment way. Rose Park for not qualify. But then so obo wo fie a. Menim what we tell you there. Opo not qualify into no. Na me the relegation I'm to me no me pick me 3 points. I mean nobody fear one one's in one honum. Supporting base would have to come in. Now we're talking about Boboa. How are they going to organize themselves for this particular games now? And Ruby, me fool that's okay. What you money they can do it because that's your points build up now. On shutdown, young 16 position, 15 position rather, 26 points. As I came 26 points. Seshi All Stars 29 points. Ashe secondary 11 wise 30 points. UCC 30 points. So clearly, what been 4 points from the safety zone.
Yeah.
Into what kind of damn 3 matches over fear no. So tomorrow for them 6 simple. Not so 11 wise go pick a point 7. Fuck come out one home.
Hey, calculation so.
Maybe I just want to say
okay, that's right.
It's I feel that this is the time as a doctor. Indeed, a pro division 1 no. So put your club now. Whatever motivational players will be here. Supporters won't galvanize one won't organize one won't make sure them all could do a tune
Kastle FM
was about to native. Focus on the club. Now one was in there. The 12 points now working. So bottom point with 10 in power, me yank 10 points. Operation 9 points at home. Away point 1 for 1. Okay. If they tune their mind I believe they can do it. But about you there for the kind of legacy Sharks were both. Neighbor reaching a drop up with division 2. Obey him grassy.
Medase Osman the Venga and I attend I mean FKK or FKK. My channel from this angle. Investments. Hey, making investment, not watching it go waste. When FKK going waste though. I mean, I'm not sure there's a doc yeah Sharks in the what now a mosquito or torn no. Mosquito or torn no to me yeah skaka crowd on FKK. I mean nim dear Arrow investment pa dia shemu na fe ade ne ya waste yenim komo.
Doc, good morning. Say the idea at all. I didn't say looking through things from afar. Now we share Doc. Your team in politics and then you didn't know. Medium betting can you power bra President J. Kufo. Before Bengwani D so na over play integral role a war ni rain and I send the time no mono. You need him so in your appointment. It was our regime and for me he did really well. And they be now tiny din news in them. Fast forward, you better establishment to be bra no why. You want 1 year tiny din the I think say now we tell what coconut a groove and say only say Dr. Papa question you one seven and GN quite a little but oh pet a diana a tagging ye pa may say them attaining din there apart from politics ne coconut groove a resorts and no pan na uboni dia una na watin dia team dia can and Sharks crown so na more because some team no na coconut groove Sharks if yes I think that yes na coconut groove Sharks and sana it didn't ba besisa ababel mina Sharks so GN eba later a lot of branches and a buyer then football club no so na for me omo sa division 2 eko Sharks ye ho na omo bo almost spend about 7 years omo fight omo way out by division 1 ho no man shedanche omo buy the Premier League no and so omo suffer kakra obeka meka 2019 or 2018-2019 awon na corruption no eba mu a na afi omo playoff for some akwa issue ye be boss season to go but then 2019 2020 2021 season more bano and ye be hu omo ye pa na omo ye consistent then what Benjamin Twineboa obeche Richard Data and those players you know now uti omo din ye pa so I believe say na e kire obi a no ye willing a bad investment on so be because football no venture say uwura mu a alaji gruza can say bi say ukrom 4% mo ye wa is it a large guza ebia penny bi sa obo no ka obi kan say so feel 4% or more hawa or more yaw when you see kabina so 1% will say na 1% the question football because football ye will chrome hano
the she was sickening na
the city owner
Mickey Charles
football ye will chrome hano ya oh ya mfaso no grounds no and prepare and farmer will say obabe ya automatically I was so nyeska but that should be it football na nkasa ne ye no sa na tie because per dock ekwan of fast obabe roma na oye ne de in fact na road na prepare their tour man say also meki say o meki baby a ofri ni proud no the neighborhood baby a football no e won baby a club no e won no o meki omo proud no say o gidi dia mo as a citizen omo honom no na ono aso so pese talent bi a omo so e bi omo ahita omo so akata no obi omo so de a kire wiase no no so as a person sika bi odi ru omo a invest no sika no so onya in fact double triple over 100% also onya because ye hu omo nya football omo ba ru omo na nsia South Africa ya TP Mazembe no mo honom de but them mo realize say football is say a venture so you invest e wo mu na so to sika guma obenya sika ne tentem no ye hu said omo buy quickly Champions League omo so gibi na afi do omo so timi ni El Ahly for the boy ni na El Ahly tisika koto player omo no ne omo so person omo koto bi no ye hu said ye city but ye krom hanom ne de football ne ye no eye bibi oho enti se wo ya ene na ye sumu ye ka wote ko edo akwa koto amenam anase ye do ekwa koto asan mu anase ye do kwa koto eye afidie mu ama afidie no ayu nse say doc me sure say otenasia ebia oye football na ebia odi sika bi eruo mu otusuka no eruo mu na mfaso no emba no me sure say obia na oben no eti bibi ho kire nse masa ba bia wura ne de honom de enhye da emboa but sometimes we say na dudu na no de push omo ye ne say especially how I know what businesses bebre no na bia honom no mfaso no be free honom aba especially sa banking sector no se sika na be free honom aba na se bebre a ebia ha no bebre se football no emma no sa emfaso no and I said the sort of returns are ebia na obepe so obeye no nti emfa no se de na kan dia business wise or was our mentality no was our adwene say onsuro so obeto sika e de agu business mu so wo invest which football so about one of those things are and was say we investment here can you so sika
sure
because resources personnel nipa na ade ombabe apart from no uhia infrastructures which I know what page dey si ho Indian sports complex is what kama I do rebi national team no AUC and I saw mine no FME AUC the born in tournament ahodo Emma subsequently bebo games one ma say countries bimpo eba na say football clubs eba ho ma omo usuro so mbekwa akwaji is Indian sports complex e dey ayo omo ade because na standard ebesi na da so standard e be lake bit of maintenance in your maybe quality ni so ate but yet I didn't say honoma with adwuma kakra bi ekomu a ebesa abani da da mu biem investment dey wa ye bi pa emfaso no so dey wa anya e ka ba e wo honom but still now so betimi aye e dey akonanim un say ade a discourage anase emma obi continuous football no obey anase mpo oba be obenu no ho eye baby a yeduru na eye victimization is ade no and not dog so what follow ni post here and now we so ko post here e bia na menya right but eye post na involve now eye current sports minister
okay
obonidi wamboni din de but o say hey mepe ukọ ni platform o sisi Facebook on mo de to yes on the two yes okoti ye na eye the sports minister and o ye ediwe imi se ensem bebre e wo ho ai bia o ma ne kwan a obeka e bia meanings ana mpese me reading to know the fact say aso ya the F no
6 days ago honorable minister for sports and recreation question mark
yes eti so ahun say o read we ya ubetimi di lot of meanings etimi di akom say ebia me hunu say kwan na ofa so ba
I don't know say after me rocket okrokunya na you know friend say vice no minister no be kan ensem bebre e man nkofo blast no ka say o man hu say ade ne de be say enye because he's going to be the first minister be sack no the same pin ade because
it just no mo da obed so ntem dodo obi nka say o metan omo obi nka say o ma bibia but I say the usual stuff say efe na abaso body even though we said the masses no crampo no enya da omo adwuma bi omo eye so ho ka bia ka bebi on ma be question omo bebi abeye you know but me ense da nya mo abebre de Owura Kofi Adams eye no say yes but it's onye efe ni day eno no question out do na be raise you but said yeah na all share na all bana ne kasa intimate interview bi the host no question or toma racket and say sports minister buy no or shase e kasa bebre e ma ase na kasa no o you so word bi na describe it answer na no ka no racket say that bi ono de ono ni problem e be si no ne ntem e mo ho go pa san say onim say minister no serve the interest of the sports ministry which are government ne dia ye Ghana na dia no so serve the interest of the FA and also so course or more yes Ghana football ebedi yenti issue bia enhye da anyway nti o expect say sports minister no de bia na di ase ne nsem a o ka no nsem a ase o say o me hu say oni FA no issue omo problem because for now dia no mo ye ebia Black Stars say omo races omo ni game bia ebo ebia the Premier League no mpo na abeka se na amanfo hwe se ka onchana na ehu ekwan on befa so aba na omo aboa se sponsorship na eba racket so aka ho asem de but other than that me nhye de hu the opposite sports minister no yes yes with her curtain yen nhye de hu because I still feel say the two no can still come together on a good terms o metimi aboa magana the course aye person football be ye no e be ye nti o hwe football club oba ya waba me hu the last of all go free a champion Daniel Nieje de obeka say the last moment ya okọ TP Mazembe okọ na moba ya obekọ retirement ya e na oba ye but o me hu ye emisa eye Amfo Asan Richard Atta one of the best goalkeepers the days Atta say ope baby oda go pa wo so ne ha se beji league de ba baby oda ye pa me hu real talent na ye Sharks swat ya se enu ti na has for the kokofa no omo am hu James Bisiu e bia ro efi sa name Benjamin Bernard Boateng
of course
a name a name am say ni din de am say was super chain players Sharks for produce me hu Edward the moment Samson Eduku Adams Farouk Okamika also say Abrante a friend Richard Impong we mu guys omo nyina pass it through the ranks of Elmina Shark then Michelle Sapon e bia TD na beka se has
omo nyafi has ba ho no
oba Shark se ba be ball kakra then finally Mohammed Tanko so this is a team said the team bia eba limelight or produce quality players no Sharks so aya omo afamu dia but dia omo dia na access a distinction or with others no not even Adriana Stars probably be closer to Ashanti Gold in terms of infrastructure and will be no well and well ready so be pushy team no to that height now I think say Sharks for no HS side and then for now I say go down to the drain which and you good
all right
e bia there omo sa locality no and sometimes can buy also come rising na boys ka for no mo no kakra say yen train Emma team no enko down kwama no ensay papa ne hyase ye e bia wie no say ya aginsem a yemboa ne enko ye saade no kohwe eye Jordan Bordeaux so nim say so ni baby omo ne nam de ho no mo ye ne say baby a no mo wo French League no na ebro mo so mo structure no mo ahihye in the structure na beboa mo akofom say de be ya wa hoodin no ebetimi asa aboa mo asori sana ya hade na tisa na edu sometimes bia o say individuals no mo sa locality no and I was say come by no enya by force it should be willing
of course
but are they willing to do such I think say no
okay me share say metima fa few calls e was san komo ho wo Cape Coast well mina Howard Dr. Indum started say person or team no ni baby e team ne nam a niam anya yi a division 2 no e na sha kwakopie this air facility we division 2 e asemo okay you try na fe you fire course ni bi na to aso
the real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Mane.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
0244-408-046 0244-408-046 and 0244-408-354 0244-408-354 Elmina Sharks relegation battle no come on here no Dr. Indum Juma was Sharks here baby baba baby na yak twetwe hon come on I'm from my first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby Adams.
Aquarium organizer.
And a payment in China, Wabugo Frina. Miss Ruby, I am your parlor and pay work a shark to awesome. Because extra sharks a power by missing and pigeon or Kolu Timima. Or Pia and maybe Sandras Midian Alcoba and Sharks in the city of Bandan, the city at Timu Osman, look at them in all the could be a Sikasam. But I think the meaning and Timu Power Chow. He being run over control Nana. Instead of run the worship to but then other players send now for players, Papa, and now the CC, I want to car over to Monquay, Mr. CC, I am your pa, Papa Sundum, which you claim me prepared in China, Nigeria, Nashak Timid, Obama, but this time a timid bandit, Papa and Mama should you to know, but I'm not better than so about now. I don't even
know. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mpacho din baby of free.
I concern me.
Oh, I concert you.
What in the shark with doctor and African hobby? Our doctor no one understand of football no or for the age man for bisa not understand of for me in the team. Or a George Nabwaki. One chat ball move from car. But to the net, it's a tower form. That's what we see sharks or free agent. I was when I need then I bought it. Apart from that player, no player shark was for 10 minutes. Isn't it no cocoa for lab in internal sources and that they don't cover the outside on former boss. Never found to discuss some alcohol. This is no Bugala. Or local team to no chance at Kennedy or that. What's why in Yame?
Okay, Medasi Icons from Elmina. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pacho didn't be free.
Yo, Richard, Mensah.
Okay, it's you.
Yo, that's one thing now. We are not realizing, or we haven't observed. And it's Indum. You go in the bank, no. I'm going to be Biakopom. We have to know that because. Cannot this the bank report from Nama City to be Yashi. Young that is the fact. It's a fact. Yes.
Okay.
You need a message put me and I see some people buy or move but in the big asset into Mama and come some of the people.
And Jenny here for no. Hello, good morning. Evans.
Yeah, Evans.
Evans, it's you.
Next.
Evans.
Miss Baby. That's a maga.
Brian, it's you. Yeah.
I had a message there. I am my who there is the elimination to what the mistake. And confess and elimination into division 1 point on honestly, and then my uncle is elimination to relegation. Come on, continue. Don't fit to find stability. Obio, Ubutun, why football in on find chance and on found football. And yet, Biara and I find there on the football name. On town football. No fit to make a Naka ultimo yenga meyena elimination sansun yenga na ndama first no den na do na elimination wetin we ya equal stadium hotlem na say oboko division 2 na league team no we gu kla in fact I think we don't be no fight na
Meda Sevens. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pa chodin baby of free.
Solophobia na eka say wa boy solophobia.
Oh, solo. It's on catch.
Me phone are you in ya. My do number na.
Mati.
Yedi ka me tra class of supporters so we are say any central region na. When it Mr. B asking that on one.
Try and some say ya can sharks asem ye mpon show ne baba be kan wachi ye can sharks.
Okay. So well me na inquire them make sharks. Let's repent for my dash and almost half an almost to no my. Doctor discovered the real sharks in 2016. Emma Elmina, Padim Panier for Emma do question they do we can hear about Premier League midweek. To be out one more, they bind those sponsors in your infrastructure. Papa is only Papa, young Juma, why yet. A boy at two central region, a time team, the above of the tournament, near the ball on not a man or an agent or what by leaders near this team anymore. I don't want to take the way. Even Menoka saying, players some business capacity and improve. Only some fantasy within 5 months. Only the only young wording and some cobalt war. It is almost near to relegation. We are the person 24 almost nothing, almost 2 my years. So they bet in your club. You well mean I was central agent fan there. You fight for the club. Then the club never call you. I'm not asking you.
Mr. Medas say, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Boboski.
Miss Ruby.
Boboski 4 months in the place near Akatia Maya home.
And Otosanwala. You need a cane. You better to lead the afraid Kingsley. Maybe said coach or laba. When 2 months book coach in the name of Makakan Parkman in Kabilaba Bob. That be the internet. You better the season they may be said about coaching on the NBA Juma. So me how is my supporters executives make home nti a Kastle yi say yes you blame Miss will be blame am 1 point no 1 point blame will be because he be say now one come here and say be stadium one go hu ni anko was butu ma ka bi well you blame the Kastle na from doctor supporters executives you can share doctor catch doctor but to me look yen nti yem pe mpanyufo ya pe mpanyufo do have pressure one answer still about any George and Obutum Timin. No, what you tell me what you call it. One phone call. I made the work mean yesterday when the room because for band the stadium. Supporters matches work supporters down on Copa. Abadina so abandoned. In before the team or abandoned when to one of our the Yaman Wakabo. Train no trouble into Boakade, who are the demand you. I made a command Doctor Timino. Obuguno would now have you do your bench.
Hey, Babaski, I would say. Me for last one off your fancy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Me for Jordan baby your friend free.
Mrs. Ruby, of them as a combinatory, I'm a case of Maureen.
Me for Choja, it's here one pay.
No, I'm not a pay my boy, Buma. Minica, no more. Only over your 4 years, my boy, Santa Legend. One man, Mr. W. to me, everybody did. In fact, in the question in there, I'm in a shot, the walk, I can see. Mamma, papa. Chima, I was supposed to do now. I come up. Since you mount on Funcha, the Mazin, Yabajibu. But this is our animal shot, the Mark Quackers in Senegal. This is to be. Mula, papa. You bought that and another one. And now, one of the year, one of the ways called that woman, Mensah, able to know what they do, one of the Omamazon. Now, into one man, why my Mensah into me now. No, we premier regular. You know, unemployed because of the other to 2 million. I'm in your to correct. You have to right. And we show that so way. It's about someone. You're about someone. Since you mind them, young woman has made the meeting is again. The Bishua now for 1 hour, what you want to welcome. Now I'm a tumor like a body. Medas
Yamenka Hona, I mean, when you're not 55 me fancy. Hello, good morning. Is your taxi driver?
About permission, I assume. Sharks. Mr. B. Gas of a congregation, the meow, banded, the man, okay. And I Lagos City free. When I'm on table, Lagos City to work. Mr. B. Kaka, kind of teacher, Anna, for what teacher, and do work from a team in a canacala. Now, paying no weight, you know, like woman or picture. As a supporter, I don't know, up any coach. Because all the team need to know how to be sort of any coach. As the Dama
relegation is the fact of Boko. Oh, Sharks Boko. Mathematical. League idea.
Meda say, my first segment, see, Yamra, UEFA Champions League, Nesoni, other interesting stories, Sabano. Yamra may analyze the Anosia, and a 20 annual game, your boy, but in Canra, Minister for Sports and Recreation, Laura Kofi Adams says she a painful one crying. I didn't watch the woman. Na kekan sma hodo pi wase including fire facilities na adea one person mu siesie ni na kasa bebre ni na nkomo no ye de ni na enso e de ba wo show so
the real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Mane.
Kastle FM. The sports king. The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Mane.
Kastle FM. The sports king.
Yeba abehwe eye ensem no mu yede masipi pa se first segment yi money ye etumi atena na watie eye nkomo no said ye papa friends so abaso bi yemra na afie medi nkomo Liverpool ane ya no de so okọ ensema na kwa epi ani na no yeba abebrobro so a na home to ansem so and fama say good morning Mr. This is Skin Famous inside Abra Academy. Liverpool has lost their first preseason match to Chelsea. Arsenal will occupy the third position by next weekend. Okay, meda say na anyway and so and for good morning Mr. B, it's me Solophobia. The truth is Accra of 4 can't win the GPL, but we the supporters will rise so that the club will come to its good shape. Okay, I'm rise here. Now, my Arsenal beating Madrid is more than winning the Champions League. Osman. You know. Today, Inter will bury Barcelona and Madrid will sing for Barcelona funeral. It's me, see water. Hello, Miss Ruby. Inter Milan will do the job simple. Ernest from Bonkus. White for no. I'm Cash from Akotoche. Barcelona go win tonight. Okay, may I say. And good morning, I'm Peter from Anthem. Barcelona will win this game tonight. Okay, thank you so much. And Miss Ruby, it's your guy, Tolophobia. You and your crew are doing a good job in the nation. And by the way, I see the supporters of Barcelona crying like babies. Hey, na yedi nkomo ewo jumadi no so Kastle 90.3 FM Sunie.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. This advert is FDA approved. Kwame sheni multi bet gidi say ebe farmer ne nanfofo ni ne chitafo nyina or the betway for bet influencer e bet one the fofora abrochiche ni code no etimi mani nya sika course dudu o chiche no na chire sika dudu obenya obia betimi e bet influencer we e ya the foforo kra edikan e wo wiase afa na nyina e free betway kai se nchihye kakra wo ho Gaming Commission of Ghana sashase woni fie no otwe a enko ho bet ni wonyansem
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies. The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Osman.
Yeah, Miss Ruby.
Yay! I'm going to call 81.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
now can percent get me started by 45-50, but I'm possible. And see, I got I mean, say because I can't Arnold once a month. Here, but me the bare 5 hours I can't. You know.
Yes, no come.
What we are one of my FK can offend. Yeah, I can.
Sometimes you don't come when finally when.
Ever saw Beko no. Okay. My who's the pictures be bentino. My who say Beko Hokakra.
Of course, the legacy of Arnold.
You better show jerseys.
It will be unfair.
Unfair, say.
It will be unfair.
20 years also.
Yes, Liverpool for it to be unfair. And I was also why Obaya been born on the part of Liverpool supporters today. Trent Alexander-Arnold, why you was winning in Nano. Over who were there or a traitor, another way betray one. No. Ruby, Liverpool are a big club in England. In fact, the biggest club now in England. Because of when Lawrence and achievements are why and Wabasa United for home. But actually the history of Liverpool, the last time I watched the Premier League, aside from the last 2 years I watched the old Premier League era, 1987-88. And I watched one last Premier League. One last Premier League watching and Sunday, usher into the new era of the Premier League, the new format CCI. CCI, the new format 2. Yeah, Premier Division. The last time we was 1987-88 season. But fast for the year in the 90s, yeah, usher the new Premier League season. No, now Liverpool won 2 GB. Into the last of GB, no, in there now or yeah, 2019-2020, and this year's wa Baba GB honum. But will be the 2 years Liverpool watch in those Premier League era. No, there is no way somebody can convince me there. Trent Alexander-Arnold, not only Integra, he wasn't at least top 3 or top 4 players. What boy I want to watch those trophies in the Yano. I bet you we were born home was
okay.
And they be a football supporters now, but tell the Yen whether we like it or not, players currently they can never stay loyal to one club. Obia were ambitions. Champions League on Liverpool for RGB. But I tell Brenton now, also put all the first right winger, another left right wing backer. About to budget the Ballon d'Or. On you if there is supposed to be any conversation about the Ballon d'Or now, or the Spanish clubs no. On one political, the convince players for that bumper will help you to win it. And to Jude Belly, I'm not saying obey ya Ballon d'Or conversations, sir. You're to me a bonus more because of Real Madrid. I could see Barcelona, Sharafinia, or England, or any other team, Bianca, and bonus no. And the road trip will make them a difference for the English teams to know. Aside from Wordy, I could share your nature, Cristiano Ronaldo, but Salah this season is about Liverpool. All this while, Ruby they couldn't project the player.
No, yeah, they are not projecting.
Oh, Ruby Salah, Liverpool.
Nipa no
G. What the Champions League? Let me season. Well, I know what born as in United.
Yeah, the man.
Oh, Ruby. Say Liverpool, any other club today, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona. Now could have those fantastic years now. I'm sure they could have got 1 or 2 players from Liverpool. They could have projected them for the Ballon d'Or. No? But unfortunately, that is England for you. But I feel that Liverpool supporters, you know, they should just look at our brand here, no, ne career with the club, no, a jumo baby, a brow baby boy or honum, and how will contribute to those movements, you know. For me, one about remember on fire, a young fine shower now come. We've seen it all a young mom because 26 years of age. Ebian signing new contract, even all in terms of market terms, Ruben can escape a brave, but it's just unfortunate today. Abrentino all continue 2 Premier League, 1 Champions League, 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cups or Honum, and I feel 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup. So straightforward. We cannot convince that this achievement way, you know, or it be bad and not yet integral, ever feel there, or a traitor. He's never a traitor. Footballers, they are not loyal to one club. And there is opportunity, but now they will certainly move on. Now we turn our connection. Will be kudos to him. Real Madrid don't call right back no problem or Honum. onko so yes competition on here for every club bia because this time around competitions in the doors competitions in the doors onko
mo now mo get them mo cover we che wan ko no kwa obekam
let me yama baby obo ne ho na
ana me say enyo no pa me say okwa obekam someone how or defend it of course money how or defend it you know mo
am for be adwuma a basket scroll ho kra se ebo
mana who want to say
enya na money kra but we are better than basket that's the point I'm trying to make. Yes and obebo
our deficiencies be brilliant
I said it's under different coaches they say Ancelotti no new coach will come
of course
ono so be nyoma amanabo say with Judge Club omo anje Champions League one and able
the same
omoje yes omoje Premier League one and able
the same player
so problem be anyone
yeah to be Trent embo na bad na stories and kind photo
en
trouble was it to nature anya easy but on football now Ruby UEFA Champions League and the second league for the game no bokodo no 20 game man na Ruby no fankesa the goals o tumo pem no in fact one of the Champions League semi-final games we tum na obama most goals no and open me check match facts no no che were 3 games we in the Champions League as semi-finals no ye boy ye aggregate no wotum more than 10 plus goals for honum and in the year the likelihood that this particular game we know obasa so men goals bio no Ruby it is very clear last week ebe benya 3-3 in that particular game na otum na okodo no na two teams ni nyina no obi o hwe game ni bia hu there obi a woni problems for honum and last week a certain player that is Lamine Yamal was the difference maker for the FC Barcelona team no until after the game no obi biara bo Brenton na bado why because Adama movement no when the stage is very high and when Lamine Yamal you know and Ruby the reason why a host of people are saying there boy you know ne career no I'm sure they could do the level of Lionel Messi and the Cristiano Ronaldo because these were the players and they were known for the big occasions you know and so far El Clasico you will see this young man you know yeah boy European Championship final see against England Shakono Fada on England for one fado or you know honum now the Champions League no ogudo you know at the age of 17 years boy you to me 100 appearances or honum it should tell you the quality this young man was about so he made a difference for FC Barcelona last week attacking front no onye Rafinha and wotum boy you man okoye but unfortunately for them no any more for what goals no na chi wofo no sumpo no once we boom and a high line was born in the foam born by 3 4 5 no to foam interfere wearing that clinical on the day so we'll take you one chances and you be no ebianka 5-3b ebianka 5-4b ebianka 5-5 in kotum okodu in the game for the two sides ni nyina and we saw a beautiful spectacle last week now let's come and talk about in the game na okodu okono no Ruby unfortunately and that's how social media Abranta of no Marcus Thuram no one ya wabansam na bi mo feel there it is one of the dark arts footballers and football clubs in binu what to use for honum Sabaka Real Madrid versus Arsenal no and they tell the Madrid outlet will link William Saliba to Real Madrid yeah but a lot of conversation about I mean it's one of those things that clubs would employ PR no just to get into the mind of those players you know and that when you can say I cannot sit down here na my FC Barcelona for where the maximum but then a lady be what TikTok social media and you my bro won't be free and these ladies you know they are very popular when it comes to their social media won't call you now what about social media vixens or honum and I could tell you what Ruby can ask me or friend no Charlotte Lavish into be our TikTok and other Instagram account to be and say boy I bring to bottom the friend Charlotte Lavish I could tell you now about how to Jeremy there some time ago on Cheribia less than a year was Stockholm was Sweden onye Abrenta of no Marcus Thuram kwekwohie e ma Abrenta no inviting through IG I was in command into aseba we send phone contact and okwekwohie na wo hotel now hotel no nyama kodo honom wo che do Marcus Thuram ni fi wo kwekwodo Marcus Thuram ni fi no na mo ba ya end brother pade offer match no na Ruby ensam do so aketese ne sem kan ya end Marcus Thuram o raping and as ansumpo no physically or abusing or honum in fact we invited my police from Pobo honum Oba ye clearance bibia akatesen de no body chair kwana boy no si ofodo a obo bon ehu some mark bi na zo won nsa ho but I still Ruby oye no kro so onye no kro no oye police fo na oba kire
oba ni
ehu no yes ebi wo mo pa ebi wo mo pa footballers wa how you know where stop every got your screen it's Ruby one man some now started the social media no boba it's bi mpo kire me there enka oba yanka Italian police fo no want to mo fa Marcus Thuram UEFA no nye FIFA fo na azinyina nka want to mo brem because once saw the urban domestic violence na players no want to na won kwankwaye wo hono but akatese Marcus Thuram bon we rape no na azi case no so akọ police station police fo na the preliminary investigations ni nya no bibi a che the boy na nzi for but akatese no ye bribery na corruption bi okodu nti no and o ma Marcus Thuram onye citizen because o ye superstar o wosika and o to more protect our brain and tell social media it is a big news or kodo honom to be imagine
no problem
boy you know mentality as bokokoro mo game no
problem
but I feel that it's one of those things
only for kwade
and to shirin konkoso honom it be mo por kala basa fu no wo share chirima na me say your about how come there waka just 24 hours to a game o kwakobo then this issue will come out e was say me kan ke be kan da why now henti no man da me say me nyina kodo honom no it will be my game no be very beautiful honom Kosha Basa for one outlet and someone wants to work for boy no. Now Ruby I shared the match facts surrounding this particular game no. Now you share what the clubs will do in order there and then you bring way either of them number 2 not qualify honum. This is going to be the 18th time in the European competition matches between Interfono and Onye FC Barcelona. And in the history of the Champions League no, it is only Real Madrid and then Bayern Munich one way to make share the most of honum 28 times. Juventus versus Real Madrid 21 times. Real Madrid versus Inter Milan also 21 times, another 19 times, and a way to not way share one. So this is going to be the fourth longest streak. Your two clubs and once to not way share one. This season alone, no, this is going to be the third time and I will to now what baby share one one. So very much interest on. Now, as I say, the last 6 matches are FC Barcelona walk away to Inter Milan now. Ruby results in your favorable from a Barcelona.
Okay, I'm going to Hona.
Okay, Interfu won't fear.
Okay.
Results in your favorable. In fact, the last 6 times I wish no, Barca win 1, and a wild but draw 3, and a will lose 2. Into results in yet that's good. But people catch order this year Champions League na year bono. There is no away goal rule. It's in there Barca to my draw 3 in the match wild but was San Siro Honoma. And there's any kind of draw biana, it will force the game with the young penalties.
Sure.
Number be win to now qualify. But in terms of the losses, you know, and now Barca for to me lose a bien, which is obviously on your good. However, Barca for one games a wild ball against Italian opponents in the Champions League, no 24 away games, no Ruby no 5 a pair and a Barca will win.
Hey, 24 times away.
Yes,
to Italian clubs.
To Italian clubs,
5 times
5 a pair. Representing 21% of the games, sir.
Italy. That's how we call Monyazi.
It's something a club are from Interfono. It should work in their favor. Now, say after the first leg now, your boy now 3 goals in your number making to you are also expecting there. Even your more goals were in the game minimum view. So 3-3, no, what about 2-2, what about 2-1, what about 3-1. I mean, it's all possible. Maybe about 2 now, and that is one thing that's why you're very much interested in Honum. Now the two clubs way Ruby on the Interfono when it comes to one massiveness now once was soon. But in terms of the Champions League, you know, Inter shut down ni that my history be when it comes to the Champions League, you know. So now me go on in there, let's say Inter to qualifier. This is going to be their 3rd time in the Champions League finals or Honor.
Wow.
Into 2010 and what
sure.
And 2023 against City Funo.
Finals
went to Mankwankwaji. Now we're to Mokobiewa. At least actually year 15 years now. I work at once why as I will to now we progress one bosom bono way to na was on your honum. However, say FC Barcelona 1994, 2006, 2009, 2011, and 2015, and I go to room in the final. So they are looking forward there. This should be their 6th Champions League final, sir. Once over to na Obako. Yes.
Oh ma, Rama Daddy Champions League.
Hey,
it's
so interesting. Now FC Barcelona this year Champions League na year born. Your team are watching the most goals or your FC Barcelona. On your one because in their history, no, they are one of the clubs at Champions League. No, what I wish goals in a calendar Champions League season. And this year can watch him so far 40 goals and away to na wash. Bayern for the 2019-2020 season was 43 or honum. But that record no say Petima in terms of the Champions League what to why the most or honum now. Or yeah, this same FC Barcelona in 1999-2000 was 45 goals in the Champions League season. However, in recent times, no Madrid 2013-14, Madrid to Misha 41, and Liverpool 2017-18, once we to Washa 41 on honum. In the history of the Champions League in a calendar year, Barca 45 goals, that is the most for any club in the history, way to but so far this season, 40 goals and a good at work on him. And to be at the Barca for so 2 more goals in become one. Also, this particular record way, no, another 1 inch closer. Now, once we to not walk when any more interesting. Now, Ruby, you share Inter Milan for at San Siro this season, and then their matches in the Champions League. I didn't know you saw them on your FC Barcelona. No. Their last 15 home games are about Champions League. No, Inter for lose game. Yes, where we number 12 and about draw 3 or honor.
Okay,
it's something FC Barcelona for days if they want to beat Inter Milan now. Also make sure that the mindset no money bottom now was a soccer crash and more FC Barcelona. And what can I say will go in with that defeatist mentality there. You're coordinate and they're quite attack rebel honum now. We know what is going to happen in the game of honum no. And so that is one thing that Barcelona would have to be very careful honum. Interfuna also will fear what was second leg of 4 year Champions League semi-finals and any competition. Now in 11 matches we will lose just 1 and a while but draw 1.
Wow.
Into no 9 times they have always won the match.
Okay.
Into my Barca game way Ruby Oyas and Kakra.
And my favor Barca. All right, okay.
History wise, but our football. Maybe about to not was so honum. Barca would have to rely on Oye Rafinha in this particular game. Rafinha is chasing a record. Initially, ball me a man is in fact, it will be a game changer in this particular game. But actually, Rafinha so last time he's in come so far in the Champions League 20 goals contribution away to Nawaye. Now I was seeing Lionel Messi I'll try to catch Cristiano Ronaldo new record at 21. No so 2 na okwa in terms of assists Luis Figo 1990-2000 Champions League or 9 assists or honum. Currently Rafinha why 8 assists.
Okay.
Into so I tried so 2 more assists 1 and those goal wa catch Ronaldo new record obotu mo atchedu bi mpo wa extend or honum. So my game na quite interesting.
All right.
Now we should be crazy na mo for instance just as we are talking about this particular game the two teams can attack. Obiana attacking tell they are very good. Actually that of Oye Barca and the good thing for them in there. Lewandowski is coming back into the team. Why a fit? Whether Lewandowski or Ferran Torres, they are all good honum. But I'm sure that if Lewandowski jinenyum honum now, they will have that more confidence in more than Ferran Torres or honum. Into from the flanks, we know that Rafinha on the other side, Lamine Yamal on the other side, and the Lewandowski jina fin. This guy can assure you goals or honum. Honum, they have the numbers. But last week, one area Interfun taking advantage, was the left back of FC Barcelona, Gerard Martin. I can't see a photo against Denzel Dumfries. Ruby no too.
Tell me uniform there.
So then you when we are still going to expect a Denzel Dumfries, no problem for Subio. Zama club or from Inter Milan or Honor.
Okay.
After they can score goals. So if Inter can qualify easily, they should find ways and means they will stop Barca from scoring.
Okay.
Once they stop Barca from scoring, Inter scoring, it is highly possible.
Okay.
Ruby able to I think Inter will qualify.
Inter will qualify.
Yes, Inter will qualify.
Okay. Asman say Inter will qualify. FKK. Hana qualify 2 minutes now for yam referee. We have a new commentary in Teba, everything come. I will ever find Yanko a time with Vanessa. And to know when I qualify, found to Hechi.
Percentage wise, Inter LED. So Inter for no was through. The last time we can say 55, right? 45. And we'll be say. Will be raising concern.
That's an Madrid. They know you 555.
Man, ya quite anchorage. There was a can say to her. Among name Roman question and share the other aspect, but so far be far.
Bassa for the other. I don't know. Can I sound come and Ona Okwa
now about 3 and I'll bet if you're bar. And could be Okokasa when your favorite Akabayode. So that is the point. I feel say not only that. But comparing said the statistics also they are to join internet Barca matches, Barca 4 came in strongly so I'm about revenge you see Mrana Jose Mourinho 2010 2011 which even beyond the no more games Biama so Basa winning games in be say be so in the draw. Ama Inter so winning be. But they usher that first leg in a course now. The BHS Inter for mini business and they really want to go to the final once more, which I feel say or more the upper hand, you know. And yekasi bebre because Bayern so koko chere or mu home one say o corners also you don't want kakrebia. Obetimi abomodi even no crampono. So game na in the draw, right? Say we 2-2. So beating them at their backyard and difficult. And I feel say and beyond Barca, but this time around Inter Milan, how strong or team here with Simeone or a lot of trademarks, a lot of Norman or the any team. And yeah, Inter say defensively and no more area. If they really want to play, I'll more open up. Almost Bobby. If some person mu tools no mu defend ya omo ba basa na ba be hu so I think say me still na me kuta dia me kan say Inter for no the upper hand so benya qualification at the end of the day.
I say I'm Heaven's Gate inside UCC. Barcelona will win today hands down. Okay. Now I mean to also I say good morning Miss Shubi. What is the name of the lady again? Aswan. I saw Abano person already do know Instagram went to Bondino man.
Charlotte Lavish.
Charlotte
Lavish. Account me verify.
Oh boy, I'm call him go home. Hey, guys and yeah. Hey, from Lion Ola, Miss Ruby kindly update me about the GPL and has Kodoko match. Oh, has Kodoko match Obi and Shebi. Obi and Shebi. He say nations the direct in the first. Kodoko the fourth. Has at a sixth sanity our table no so now I'll say hi Miss Ruby Inter have lost Champions League semi-final at home. They haven't lost, of course, Champions League semi-final at home since the Champions League started. And now Osman they start and so they are banned. Miss Ruby, do this work for me. Ada Gula and is better than Lamine Yamal. Guess Lamine Yamal 10 minutes with goal and assist, and Ada Goulet last for an assist. Okay. There were kind of some young to baby out the free band there. Would the baby out the free band neighbor into the Anian sir. Good morning, the best sports presenters. Keep up the good work. I predicted 3-3 last week. This one, as you can see, everyone is mentioning 2-1. So yes. Today, Inter will win by 2-1. King J at CCTU. And out the way, and so Eddie Abba. Now, Osman, thank you so much for accepting the fact that Inter will qualify. I'll base my betting on your words. Okay. All right, yeah, right. Now, yeah, made come over. A few local stories are and also I can't send anymore.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Yantua so na fe yamrefi mehwe local stories and also I can't send anymore. Na yentumi eni home common ma Kastle 90.3 FM. Robert Mensah Sports and edema is 24 minutes past 8. Na ya badia na ene ya shase de free classico no to dwa Sunday no na Bishop Atapoku wono sports journalist apanyi kese okrom hanum se no se ye de no kra ka asem a Sunday game e ko hwe no se wo ye obi na ene ekoba se investor bi ana se scout bi ba se ne opesa wo boa no na kotoko ne house game no wotumi player bese mienu bi na ba ku bi mpo de ma no se onfa ne nko ne team a hwa na obenya na scout na ma no o se guys here mkobo boy quality no na bibia ta se ewo form kra ewo form a enya de a eso ani kranti no on de oje de se Sunday boy hwe no standard no obia beja tum se aba form a players a omo ekogina park no so ko boy no omo quality no nya de a na etumi kire ewo ball ni mu nti no oje de se nei no scout will consider recommending any player from the Hard to Folk match, and no yes small Collins Atapoku or no so they are to join pay na my boy Chedi Amawo. I mean call Ministry for Sports and Recreation and rather the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Adams, and so as and they all engage stakeholders in the sports industry. No, na diam. Rotumi share representatives of the various sports federations, and Accra. Na meeting on Honorable Kofi Adams, and it's my hold on editor just say. Since the appointment, several other crucial appointments na abeba so na odi say nay or say na ken hubo mu as federation now federation na hwe wo na ase wo nema nkoyie no hwe de nema ekoyie na febusa no say de no eya na federation ekoyie na mo be also obetimi de aboa no wo mo so entimi efa enhwe na mo because Ghana football no and afi Ghana air sports nye ken hubo mu a na betimi aboa ama sports no etimi akọ nanim iye papa na was in supporting the federations no ministry will establish a regular schedule of quarterly meetings enti no quarter bi o machia na o matumi adwendwen ho ahwe kwan ya betumi aboma Ghana sports no so no etumi akọ enkan e wo hono na presentations were made by the Director General of the National Sports Authority on the regulatory framework for sports development, promotion and regulations no so no etumi etodwa na during the presentation no almost 30 say NS be partner some sports journalists any media no matumi create monthly spotlight features on various disciplines and athletes into no money air sports journalists me betumi come to my at the boom na busumi bia no activities cost athletes no activities cost no yet me throw more light on it eno come out so at the two drum na akopie mu susu a ene Joseph no so by some so come ho bom na for matumi aboa ama athlete development ni training na welfare no so no and so atumi akonkan na minister so the to just say nei aban no any ministry ni enso so bo modi ahwe say omo baboa na afei ba no fight against doping so a omo atumi aye ho adwuma ye pese be ya omo so no boni bia am kono no e de ban eba no so no omo betumi enso atwom ho edi afri ho na okopie mu so a minister no so side to just say nei omo hu say concern bi wo no ma no lack of funding and for federations no or sheboto metuma bona afri omo atumi ahwe na omo operationalize the sports fund no na no so atumi aboa iye papa na ne kwakra mu no na minister no sign eso edit to just say nei eba no sports infrastructures ne so a wo mo ebehwa aboa iye papa na omo complete all unfinished sports infrastructure eno ene nkomo a project no eno so ne nkomo no bia no meeting no all stakeholders into all federations NSA omunya kohia mu the minister obia na adwenche ba ya omodwendwen ho ema no so no mede emunsem no bi ede atodwa wo show no so yenkopie mu under 20 black starlight enra yetumi ba omoden ede nkunume ka ba ko Senegal the defending champions no womo entumi anti ekanisa ni Ghana konya 4 points but before yen game no na DR Congo for no ball first game no omo so atumi achi CAF no Central African Republic for no tomo ekame en so motibu ba kunti no she said DRC at first with 4 points, Ghana at second with 4 points. Now, coach Desmond of first say no, a difficult game, papa, but guys, no, as the key to the planner, a boy at 3 points, no, it to me a call ye nim. Now, the last game against CAF no, or some be quack with all the seriousness, bet my woman in Ghana, yet me a qualify and so no, I call the next stage. I know under 20, no, so moon sem kakra, and also to me at 2 Johnny crack remonum. Division 1 League Zone 1 ya chem yo Zone 1A Zone 1B yawie atese Zone 1A no RTU ena a qualify Zone 1B Techiman 11 Wonders FNC yame aduma 30th May yebebo game no ewo Accra Sports Stadium ho na bebo the playoff na ba qualify to the Ghana Premier League no eno any local stories and payable no a yabo achi e will show you so at media me yetie for
the real sports is here.
Noyes caught in no man's land. It's Marty.
Kastle the sports king.
Yeni komo ewo local stories ni mu FKK mama shase ho.
Yeah, Black Starlight Manra performance na obeka say with the 3 maximum points in untimi nka bebre emfa ho in the first half na bit okay, and I say much okay. Now yeah, better. Obviously, because a game of 2 halves. First half, yeah, na a center fata say was in your goal. First half on each day, any determining you couldn't be over all the 90 minutes, so we should be a bonus second half your brepa. And anopa, you share na make us as you be near or say, you take it bibia into account. A banner, the physique of the game now. We should be up there. A banner say young boy. Young born into na young boy your structure and the way I coach and I pass your boy game now no pep sa prep no kakra 13 African games in your win a quite Ghana first way boy per se a dominating possession no na fe impose your win to the game you create chances both through the wings so through the middle of the park depending on your players now you do more ebono Jerry was so Aziz ya wo anim honum wings no so a ene Emmanuel Mensah no perform out your coach may be a person or different be say wings now or the befa same fin so or the befa san say was your those talent no honoma on be ye dwuma no etimi edia mind first half no good game good goal by Mensah the number 7 the left winger yes I think say a pass from Jerry Afie and our man now finisher or slotty the far a goalkeeper no left headed to that far end second post shares a beautiful goal no so etimi dear my end apart from no clearly your structure no good to the race sex by your core first half no by no na kofo ebe su jadi gu ya so eno se no mo kan nyina bo no maka say Senegal for no so mo wasa nyoma na ye possession ya enso pese de adwuma ho den ene den ball ne bona nkasa as talented players no mo so wo bi entie ne omo de ba ne enso di show mo tie drum no bi no na ye jai attacking football ne ball second half no most parts of the game now your boy in the second half no na ye defend bebre ana ye dia ho den no so buga pa ye dia wura mu bebre in our game ne to be have
Ghana guys ni bobu gado do. O share your group no after match day 1 no.
Yellow card. Yes. About 9 or so.
And nim say e bia ya de ntia. Second best place teams no. Say bia o di ho no ma ye wi a. Ye calculate points ye pa. Cards bem. Why too many yellow cards? Ade Ghana born ye twetwa sa. En crank to a.
And Henry coach ni kasa wi ko Ghana for we no. Some say ya na ade be ko say o structure no nya ni ye unya tactics right boys na etie wo instructions in omo boys asa na ade kode a ube share meter ewo on the way me sure say best me I feel say the opponent na e sure mo no if say ye koye say ye be pese ye be boy ye game na pese ye bo no pa na I think say in any case your first 2 games ni na nsha da nya fe just that ye grandin nya results no. And who say most of the supporters also GDS say where a tournament nearby. You go there, you play, say we be win tournament, ubenya qualification to the World Cup. And to do na so happen say ya because at the end of the day say board the FA and ye share one answer was board draw in your second game no so and also what the be can bad. I feel say so can in album no can Ghana can do better than the year no. Especially with the second half no ball no na enye fe na yen pass no say de bia na ye ka say coaches ni bi ta ka say the best way a ubetimi kill time ube defend ye ni say ube keep hold of the ball ube possess ball no enti say nka yen half no mpo na ekuta ball no mpo na ye krokro ai waste time na ka be ka say but we the ball ne ba ya na boss a de command krofo yi pressure no na nyina na enyini kosoro na e ba yen so that is why na me wogidi say coach no fair ebetimi better than that if say ye mpese ye be attack bebre wamra ya take lead no ebia 1 goal lead 2 goals lead na say ye nya attack ni ho dwuma ne bebre at least ye hold ye keep hold of the ball which ye was this mo e wo pitch ni so betimi aye sa dwuma no e dia mai eduru ba bi na aye individual nko and na ball na ba ya no mo temu de ko e ba ya no mo ball de ko and forgetting say omo body kwa omo de command Senegal for so omo sanfa ball no emfa mbra so and na ball na nshada nyefe do be na say me bu yafu kakasa ko for ball tantan be no
come on ko talk coach na ni me say wow hwe ani a
yes
I don't know say an assistant coach so be a man kese bi na ot bench wonom come on ko talk to me say Enya cry.
So the good thing is that after 2 games, 6 points involved. Yenya 4 the qualification na kwanso ene na ma ye kono. And so yebebo guys na baso. Me sure say coach no ebe fa bibia free and ebia so go through already the Ghanaians so canibia or befa bibia free na at least why bibi so going for especially na the last game ya bebono. Yeah boy na smart say yeah body a pe victory 3 points na they qualify kra na ye pese bia ye tournament ye pese ye kwagini so doesn't mean say ma ye nya a pattern of play bi me nya ye bono enye bibi sonko emien fanko me de unim say me am for victory no say yen konkoje yes yen bo wini ni yen koye ni yen grinding the results ni yen fanko but we mo ye up and coming players here into also di bibi e show mutrim say ball no ye boni say ye structure ni yen idea ni information ni yen system ni omun grow in that no mo yen fanko mo nim ebeboa ye pa I feel said there's one of o bibi out there ba so watch when the game ni bia nim so a coach up or a philosophical coaches ni bi or will be obetimi de actually with the game ni there Ruby say ko ye bibi sonko bibi fufuro bia that than say near dinner say near brena be sure said ye near pese ye no pa ye nya ne sa no kure nie say obe coach na obisa na obe catch us oh e bia na nye de fe no pa ne pese ye but ne pese ye nsusu game no e bia ye controlling no sometimes yes unko na oppossess you but unim what you about born ba obeji ubebobi o midfielders no ebe determine play no control of the game the direction of the game no munim de omde be ombe pass o se du baby na asiakon unso kwaje yellow card time wasting pa edu baby na be say suro na yem hye me
even the first time you bodu 45 minutes 43 minutes na omu delay am say anan cry na di asem
na enyo omo a eja na nkofo na so ba Senegal for so kra no ukọ mu page bi a omo churo no say Facebook dia onya konya ko translation utieti omo nsem bi a omo so wogide say this is why omo worst under 20 team
na the final champions
we omo worst under 20 yeah
on Ghana say bo bi a obo
and omo performance no na enye that is why a man says one hwe na akọhwe a standard no nya dia na ebro yen so bebre ti amamu say yen team no ye wo key areas bi a coach no betimi aye ho adwuma kakra ma team dia kobo overall no I think say it's good e was say ebo players na ba so enro ba bia na adu na o say omo so e de say nya den ne sa hoode no ekom in fact ba bu a double footing no omo de ko they don't care the referee no e de be ma omo ti we a referee no edu ba na o say we jai no omo bonus say because that as we warn you omo a o ye den ade omo be ya no omo be ye and so guys no aya the officer ade omo nsama kebe ye beti omuti but getting the 3 match 1 points and then putting the team no that level say yeah what the verge of qualifying there yeah the be more but at the back door me sure say omo should be there especially the technical members and coaches na omo team free or fair otuado say me sure so be hwe bi obe free no so atimi aka kire obe say ono ampo na
that's the coach no oh offer course you dey otuado na so no dey about no
to be sure so dey be kasa but they are doing well
okay
omo nko so no omo nko omo anim yeah o share Access Bank playoff fire Barcelona me sure say so e honum say why zone 1
so 1
A and B e hona issues say wo
of course
recent years no honum na 30 sa issues no obviously ya chemu mienu but omu playoffs no the abeboa ne say omu ayi free sa e honum no kra e de ko the last time omu kobo no akra me name this time around be omu so the best distance on say ka hadwene say ka wo show mo well being say na ka be distance wo but omu suban ne omu ne ye enti na ama na basa no I'm sure say if for na adwene say even Kumasi closer to them on betimi abase omo ho de aba baby bia even akra krobo base omo ko omo timi ko ba no say ono ko a emuwa udi nsemnu wi a look at the distance wo so baba besina kofie eti ebia hono no Osman they always say.
Oh, the last time of course now I can because we feel say nka obi tamale ene idea anka Kumasi okay dance so be concrete kwan
wa but ontimi trust wo mo trust issues ene masa de ne banti good se ebe kwa akobon baby tintin awie na asumdua ba na enya obi obe qualify smoothly ene ekwan papa so atimi dia ba I think say we are good to go you be we sure mo nyina the best but teams na bomodin say to you because so mo nche on beba and true to that they are doing really well on more eba and also
11 wonders
almost wa bro
I'm gonna draw see na relegation no
wa bre papa but
yeah coming
omo ba who say drew Accra ne dia ability the obetimi aye their wo born because honum ne there between wo and wo opponent no wo ye normal writer and boa ma wo so qualification on setimi akanti ye be both those two teams na about say honum na emfa how difficult hoye ebia wo hwe the other side 11 wonders eba na but for quarter no ne BA United na nkombe ma ade mu aye den no omo amba into the party and for that matter omo eru omo etimi atapoku asema o kan dey so we dey me yes sure say we debatable
anti has got to go into unya play back and scout no family
Benjamin Asari on the day
OCSB
okay
how do for OCSB nko be say
o ko has ni kotoko game how many players no abo
see e baba
na ya atapoku na ono a okan no ono nim sa Asari Eda Black Stars ba kotoko ni has game o ko hwe a 2-3 players per na obo me yeah sure say that is the picture now ono onim sa Benjamin Eda Black Stars and this our start here boy ebi obenya Benjamin abo but the larger the bigger picture
22 players now
also nya more than unya utiminya have 4
baba yaya
scout scout e bawo e behwe the biggest game Canada calendar of Ghana
obi anya hwe to papa so
now South Africa we na produce more than 5 players my national team
of course
enti me ni baby o free ba it's why make us say me okay me cancer me debating on that because on any day that's sorry those two teams you know also munya player mienu wa enkobo Black Stars no straight enti o ka scout anu ne be adwuma one ne be ya adwene me dia me ne ya adwene
scout no fi Lebanon na ba dia obeja be bia
okay if you have a case depending on the squad and I say scout me bia o free ha e bia so free kata ho no be
Iraq go de benya bia ko but if you made stream your power
but say who can say who can individual sema e be baba ya bobo born unproductive football no boy no eno na ko gina so aka sa offensive play na no bo no how many chances now who say or like chin into the 18-year boss of Accra so for pinpoint the money players so betimi akwa I think say ba ko pe e na beka so nya a true boy the my 90-minute game near boy you game of that magnitude if there's a walk to me me share the bigger picture now no as a tapoku watch so many games
classical
so quality a classical e wa ha na so waka
onya
sure say o bogu kura say wunya ba kura say the na asem na waka but me tena say baby a free ba the sort of the number of games I watch the number of quality air classical e wa Ghana ha no watch
even Sunday okwe game no ko game na okwe hwan na udiness okwa no
you see that is the whole issue you see me say even if you understand this argument the broader the more
okay
Ghana Premier League na kase na ya bu kumade for a long time no that is the whole concept but you should go akotoko their last game before this Out-of-4 game well Baba Yara I think it's the 21st game no
Adriana Stars
should go na akotoko wa share no
yeah na
Baba Yara onye Kwame Poku
yeah
the exchanges how many times this year that is the problem I have with Ghana Premier League you see we be players in Nyazi I agree I accept but the larger picture no or your coaching
coach is so can someone
can I say yet na I support Real Madrid I support Chelsea I support Arsenal say him so be Arsenal team na so more defensive line breaking passes a kata wonwa you would mention Thomas Partey Real Madrid na kata wonwa Toni Kroos akwa Chelsea you would mention other players the management
say Enzo Fernandez so trade
you come out there your way your number 6 your number 8 your number 10 average man way will come hade.
In Trankwa.
You don't know. Baba ya yedwuma in the game no. No one operators the number 10 no. But number 8 yedwuma no re. Akwa baba je ball twetwa no ho. Ba passes nko.
Abatama to no oye na be wings once so. Hey!
That is the issue.
Oh, papa. Oh, we are na film. What you want trying who no about wings.
We believe so obi akoma yesi. Obi akoma yesi. Say ni pa no nhwe kotokoni has game da. Wakoma yesi, de eken wakoma yesi a. Ene am so wa wonhwe. Ai wonhwe classico papa bia wo Ghana ha. Has ni kotoko am say wonhwe bi. Wa hwe bia nko wakoma empo ene kan we frɛ kwabra mo kra era.
We could see.
At least both
Razak
Toyosi. The speed on the rings.
And one who I Sunday Hussein or that dan
who this heart of a boy Wajan Mokwe. Is it Sadat and Mohammed guy, you know?
I don't say Sani
Mohammed.
Sani.
This guy is productive. Heart of a born weekend, you know. Attacking Yeduma.
No.
Ring a sin Yeduma.
Vino.
It's a born or yeah, it's one of made for
Martin Kakari.
That's all. One could be but I want to making questions kakra. But could one because how to forget one or solid into they couldn't do enough.
Of course.
Well, some of the true passes they be quiet. First off, I think one kwema kwami poku. And Clarence never is baby you want to come on. We saw 1 or 2 be. But in the quality of those chances now and Kayabo even a bim casem and Kaboni ya question and Kayaviano at least how to folk players too. What a players too. Yeah, but once these are the players and where you want home. Maybe I want a mini senior by ya, you know, honum. But the Nebia, it's that time say I should have made some now. Let's go back to drawing table. Coach is not Kasano Miss Ruby. What's it?
Why a day?
No, Ruby, what I coach's instructions are. Out of work to me, so go on to Munko.
Sakotoko,
why your formation?
Coaching your bar back or catch yourself on Waban or my bobo effect. See the offer.
And it's a ghost, and to me, shall go soon. But how to focus it? Ruby, they are mentality issues, you know. Quote and Casimir catch a place in there. But we are not losing. So if you are not winning, we are not losing. That is always their mentality.
Or more because of game no. But say win there normally say be a bad thing. But defeating so dear. On pet. It's any time you're different among body and both in fear. It's your quality. On quality.
Okay.
On trust quality no.
Accept. Let's do more. So on young bucket for count to Kaudu. What is if you are honum? And then Miss Tanzania free, Asha Southern Africa free, North Africa free. Born as a water boy, you can see rhythm, you can see formation, you can see tactics. By Yenzi Yehushi.
Picho Musimani. Or Bejo Musikani na. Abede. We are said to Mammo.
Hey, okay, players now say, oh, I bet my players in Wajuma.
I've seen a piece of very Wajuma. Hey, now, Okoya Lali, one who they are Cotonana. Oh, what a share Lali poor quality.
Sakada that.
And your band, your own beside over you know, be more. Also,
place of money Ghana Hana. Ghana Hana before place Nefree. Sakada that Martin the best, no. Baba ya man the best, no. Tell one obey ya.
Can get the best.
Mama, ya coffee. Okay. Mama focus on Kaka be beyond.
I can be like a sporting infrastructure.
Minister, no share and phone. What shall be
this is what we demand of you. But unfortunately, the budget I watch was money there. On from Bay, you may say, I can't blast us in Kutim Pa. Blast was in the budget in now. Football alone would take all the budget. Into infrastructure, I'm a corner word for another be a banner corner or just some fun be to one man. Oh, come on, when you scale those infrastructure, Nana. Say, but it's scanning you one of my less prioritize. Young fine baby be able to me by yourself every year, be able to be complete 2 pa. Able to at least able to me a year. By year, say, how do we maintain them?
And I say, and no Sunday no not make a stadium one no VVIP one. And Kuyan who in artity. And on Marco Pam, you can't tell you how to say, at the best share who you now come before the game. No. Can't tell Pam, can't tell way 9 cities 1 yard, 1 yard 9 cities, moon to me to Toby, which you say, you know, what's one of Croman my good when ma said. I say, the show is showing my feelings are now. I say, I come na. Akwam anka intwa ho ehene wo for kobna the life wire ai omotoyo
twa ho na intwa ho papa
baba ya so twa no baba ya twa no ho
o twa ho ko he Like I'm not taking anything away from the face. I who say a young chap or talented. But no bono. How many seasons in it? Who improve that? Now the uncle bonus shall none terms the dear grosser.
Bandana, the CEO of Total Design Group Constructions at CCT says it's a great win for Ghana under 20. I enjoy watching them. Me family call us Nika Cry 0244 408 046 0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354. Anointed Engineering Services Adama. And ye local stories the moon come and a radio hotel Adama na calls no mefa my first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Inshallah, taxi driver.
Very easy, that's a kind of question now on Joe. There's no way I'm actually going. And FKK can want to ask you. Me FKK back at Madrid didn't qualify. It means that's a person because I don't mean it. That's a phone 10 o'clock and I don't know that game to go open. And when you want to cast one shot a 5 from my eye.
Okay, may I say hello, good morning.
FKK born or born number 10 and born number 11.
Calipo.
Miss Ruby.
Calipo, it's you.
Only say, Christmas Lucata or you move for
already have no my feedback on Tinasa or Casa never to.
Memusium Bono. Na Cotacone has, I said, Mr. Bijum Macassa. I did a baby come on on Jindy. Who can say, Ubisana, sir? Coach, Omoni Shafabano, if anything, I say, Muncham, if I started league and I bring to this coach in the Diamond. And then, also, I can't on Casa. Museum one number Cotacone Assassin.
Eh, Yaboche, Museum says, Yaboche, Cadobeka, or is in training to Bachana. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ubi.
Ten Hag.
Miss Ubi Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, it's you.
Miss Ubi, Abubakar Watara. He has no signature on how to afford him. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure that your coach for when I watched the match, I was so disappointed in him. When two months when he passes 2 or 3 and put together, minimum game plan was the best. So what long ball so Bondeno, even a working. On the other half, they were playing the ball, but someone's no one you'll be creative, make the whole team. What were born? If your man game, no, I'm necessarily fair. This year, I that time as well. There was no excitement in the game. There's nothing at all. This will be in there. Still, UEFA 11 on Inter Milan now Kobo. VAR versus Inter Milan. Last week in the catch there's a game was all fair. Inter will win the game. It wasn't a fair game. Them offside was changing me and what the party the boots bottle or there or your offside. In that's so EPPC game because the only club who we are doing my 2 yellow cards still professional football 2 yellow cards still play another one ball. This is when you are
the boy in the boot. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
We got you didn't do free.
Yo, I don't go back to the Mario.
We got you on a pay.
Yo, on a pay, Metal Mecacha, Asan Fasia, Jan cannot continue. You could have, you can't want this, or Paris, French were on, but I was Sunday to be swap. Asan Kuba 2 names. Then I Madrid. Papa do on the way. For Antopa. For Sophie Joshua. And also the catch and the action. Also, I want to know. No, you could have. Maybe I should have done. And that may know.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss.
Yeah. Coach Miloni.
Okay,
say it's you.
Coach Mil, Miss Ruby, say, I know the Roka, Unje Casanonco. Because, yes, Real Madrid, if I will ban Real Madrid because one play, what better academy players, so Real Madrid academy player, Papa Bang, a Bobo, a Uzel, Nine, one Kenny, they are nothing to write home about. One would do be what it's in the damn way and why she shaking to our uncle. Now, I was okay, oh, we know a Ballon d'Or Liverpool 2001. Liverpool Jabba 2001. It's my mom for Ballon d'Or, uncle, and like or serve bad precedents for them. And that's why men with the teams won't play we invest for our academy no. Because Nippon no was from now also was from 20 years or some 20 years when I'm not also 20 years, I'm not now ready 26 years.
Or started a boyhood club, no son or started.
Yes, but also me, also you want not no only 20 years. The way I always work kind of was from 20 years, also 20 years. Liverpool boom, they invest to our friend almost 11 years. You invest without anything. At least in can you crop no ben or be I'm at the Real Madrid one club which on one fan winje them a number build war team from academy to winje them one Mbappe obe na la point kan Ballon d'Or kan ranking point kan
I would say me that say Milo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me ba chodin baby free and free.
Solo ko bi amasambe.
Yeah, solo it's you.
Easy. Ghana Premier League member for Nankasa. I call from Kate Miami boss. Kate or Miami boss. But Obe taking charge as GC president. Every year the leg me essential. Every year the leg me essential. Why you discussing now for Blasters? You good say Blasters and to be the answer being now to be we are happening now. But one you see now sorry for one for your one to be ya. Any year. So colleague me is sending the diabetes at the phone kind of my end. The bedroom. Yen check Ghana Premier League and you play a team. So say I'm a need to try him. Now say a fee banny and time. Yen check ball on mobile. What the party think when I was here to go. More VIP, me check ball our boys may bona. I was not taking it. Yen check a Winfred Pabna. Yen check Patrick Razak. They come back to have to football. Somebody the young and obey. So the party to now share bola. Oh, pray our wedding. Debbie, ain't you must say, with this copper to take a part of the bola. Of course, you have to see and not to see. They are quite Ghana Premier League. I am in a boutique any time. Or better next year, they are head Chelsea, any Manchester United door. And to need to a banner, next year, finish one.
Okay.
And number way and say a patient.
Medas say, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pacho din baby free.
I concern me now.
Oh, I can't say to you.
My Liverpool fans, the one time today, Madrid one mistake there. I know they know a traitor. As I age of so near Liverpool, about 20 years. From academy out to senior side. They said, Eloqua, or they remember when you're home person. They say, Eco free agent, I traitor, and Madrid one mistake. Play no, they will blame it. Madrid one year free.
Okay.
In that time,
okay. Me da say icons. Hello, and how can we can be? Okay, your face.
America Ghana Premier League for heart.
The
weekend in America Chelsea me say I no thought time. No, I bet Chelsea ko
Hey, I would say.
Oh, I bet Chelsea ko to connect. Na the ball boy.
Okay, yo, me da say icons. Chelsea man it what my boy come at chain. Your class you quiet da say. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Miss Ruby.
Yeah.
Richard Aholun and Martin Stream. And Rami Khan, I said it emphatically that the Ghana satellites, they are going to win.
Yeah.
Hence, by predicting 3-1. But I know I'm no more winning 1 era. We will take it like that. And our subsequent matches, and so we will prove on it, at least to qualify for the World Juvenile Mondial.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Me da say, Mama fa Asa Khalifa nwie. Asa Khalifa.
Ghana's best commentator.
I'm fine, thank you, Asa Khalifa, the taxi driver.
Fantastic. Now I say Ozil on free Real Madrid Academy no more. I don't think. I don't think. I'm calling because Real Madrid don't produce academy players apart from Ozil. But I don't think. But anyway, but it's true. I chasing the money. Tottenham. Also, football sometimes how they swing their passes and also skills now. I enjoy game and answer.
Sure.
And I'll beat the ball within a trickle of a second. Say the ball now. You don't enjoy it. What I said, and also you can because at least even 1 or 2 passes, yeah, at least I'm so much excited. But a classic on the I think the last one wasted my time. What I said, I waste my time because. early 2000s when I'm poor, it's a GMO, Jetetemo, all particular boss mama time on neck. Much I say, now, who copper you feel? And son, I remember home. And I think for now, there, and none of more cannot send the Ekazika Bumpana, who is Suta Cotton Park and Shemi Eviashua. I mean, because Miss Park, for a second, I was for crash.
Okay, Honorable Jaru.
Yeah, Mr. Bunabu.
Eh, who you Honorable? Why you late? One 5 seconds and near fancy.
One of Eka Sikon work on some Ghana. Don't tell me we do the birch, I'm okay. You know what time? No, it's yours. By Sunday match here, Bueno, let's do audio me one walk at all. Because honestly, you know, 1G. I mistake over there for that to be beyond why you was a man. Because no, I wouldn't think for case or in a cassa.
Oh, that big now.
Mama could go in Martin, but still, they're going to contest. Because it was not the idea why, but I mean, Lama, no, I'm fine. We are Brooklyn, into Mobile, basketball Martin.
Meda say, yeah, the show next see, anointed in the nearest service sale per a generator, Brabajo dear. What do you say? I was yes, the amount of rent will be a honor, installation or her, your summer training, our a generator who do media be it. What do you say? Would you any better more anointed engineering services or Cape Coast Tatan 3, opposite the main lorry station, Hobby Bianya Frey 0248 455 697 and 0243 480 334. A anointed engineering services, generators as a generator aspect. Generator hun sembia kwa wamo eno ebedisa enkomo no Mother's Day neighbor so 11th May ya kwa Ridge Hotel Mother's Day celebration for mama bra for do for ba ne bra no imagine nipa for 400 cedis aduane papa 3 course dem ya the amount 3 course lunch menu no honom exceptional service fine air dining ambience live music eka ho na ya was special gift ya prepare for your mother. Intifa Mame Bra, treat your mom to an unforgettable dining experience. Reserve your table today. Our Mra Wofre 0312 003 222. Na kai say your food basket so I available bet me also order be a range from 300 cedis to 600 cedis. A Ridge Royal Hotel Mother's Day special. Obet me mama me kwa koda order for no for wife ko na ko do ne ho. There was single 1,850 and a double 2,500 cedis. You more luxurious room accommodation. You more breakfast, lunch and a dinner, free Wi-Fi. Checking in from 5th to 10th May. Na Emma Mother's Day special no. Enya kama ewa Ridge Royal Hotel. And you're richly inviting comfortably yours. Meeting at the Miss Ruby Adams. Osman.